be sometimes.
Yeah, you know what KD and laughing stock niggas got that voice. In this crazy world, we gotta make a choice. They say our logic swishy, but we're making noise. From the top of the charts, here the people rejoice. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss.
3, 2, 1. Boom!
Yay!
Hey, everybody!
All
I'm
right.
not that white, but I will lean back.
It's
just
not.
have no idea
It's,
what I'm on
honestly,
about.
guys, it's not. It's not that he's actually made of chalk, right? He's just the whitest man you know.
Right now, yeah. I'm holy, that's why. Look,
Yeah.
I've got the light shining
Yeah,
down
it
on
is
me.
saintly. It is saintly.
That's what I think.
You should be the next pope.
I don't know about that.
No, this pope's getting to be on his last legs. People
He's gone
already
back
have him.
now. He's back at the Vatican.
Yeah, but
He
once
can
it
do-
starts,
yeah, but now he can have
once it
more blood
starts,
than
it's
he
the
needs.
dip down though, and we saw it with the previous ones. It's like, oh, I'm a little bit sick, but don't you worry, I'll be back soon. It's like, yeah, sure you will.
Yeah, I don't fit enough kids for him though.
No.
That's the thing.
Anyway, welcome to Squishy Logic this week, ladies and gentlemen.
We hope you are doing very well. I'm your comedian. You're fucking out. Oh, that's strong drag. Oh, tried to keep the tickle away. I am your comedian babyface. And never
Handle your high.
Oh, the high's handled, not the fruit.
All right.
Joined as always by my man to the left. He is the man whose butt has a cleft, and he has a lot. Tell him who you are.
I'm Nathan Parish. I'm a man with 1,000 voices. In fact, you could say I've got all the tongue that Carl doesn't have.
True. Everybody has a tongue that I don't have.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the tongue. It's like
Yeah.
a little motorboat.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Not as
today,
me. I've got multiple tongues. I can be me. I can be a Scotsman.
okay.
You know?
I thought you literally were saying then you had more than one
I
tongue.
can be a guy
There are those
who
people.
tries to sell you cars, but it doesn't matter.
That just sounds like
because-
Matthew McConaughey.
No, that's exactly the point. Because he tried to sell people Lincolns.
When?
You ever seen those advertisements where he just sits in the
No.
car and he goes, "I've been driving Lincoln long since 4 hours paid."
So they want somebody who's
I
known
don't
for being
like
high all the
it.
time to advertise driving their car.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
One of my favourite ones is ones he just stops on the road and there's a bull in front of him and he goes, "See that? That right there, that's 286 pounds if I do whatever the hell I want."
No, you see what that is
I
there? That's him
respect
tripping
that.
out.
Yeah, he goes, "I respect that." And he just turns the car around and fucks off. It's like, honestly, I think that is the way Matthew McConaughey would deal with it. He's like, "Oh, shit, I'm trying to get somewhere and there's something in my way. You know what? There's a real tasty looking pancake place back there. I think we better go back there."
See, I'd be the most chill driver, dude. I'd be like that. I'd just wait there for ages. Like, I'm not getting involved now. I'd wait for the ball to move. I'd have a chill, man.
"Oh, look, it's clear now. We just had ourselves some pancakes. Didn't I tell you that was the right thing to do? Universe always gets you what you need. You just need to listen."
You know, balls are colourblind.
What?
Balls?
So they can't see the fucking red.
Yeah.
It's
bullshit.
like
It's bullshit.
big thing moving. I don't like that.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with the colour. They're colourblind, man.
Fucking hell.
It's such a falsity.
That's such a cartoon.
Johnny
fact.
Knoxville knows all about it.
We should do something like facts you learnt from cartoons that are utter bullshit.
I don't even know if it's cartoons, was it?
Oh, it was definitely cartoons. It was always things like fucking Tom and Jerry. They'd be like, "Yeah," and shit like that. I mean, I know that Matadors did it before. But
Yeah,
like,
it either just stems from them in general because they use the red things.
it might be, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think the Matadors just wore the red because they're like, it hides the fact that there's blood all over it because you're
Probably.
stabbing a fucking bull.
probably,
Yeah.
yeah. And they just made
Let's
out.
not
"Oh, no,
forget,
it's
ladies and
hidden."
gentlemen, it's not just dodging the bull.
Yeah, forget
They
that part.
stab the cunt each time.
What you gonna just let him attack you?
You put him there.
Yeah,
That's like getting into a fight with someone by getting into a ring with them, saying, "Hey man, would you like to get into this fight?" And when they attack you, you're like, "Hey man, no fair! Someone call the police!" You fucking cunt! You've got in the ring with this thing. Of course, it's going to attack you.
No, that's not that. You're saying fight me, and you're fighting it back. You're engaging in combat together.
Well, I don't
Yes,
know.
the bull has absolutely no choice about it.
Yeah. All right, fair play. Different scenario. You're right, but it still sucks.
Yeah,
It's still bullshit
for the bull,
for the bull.
not for us.
Why can't we have fucking Tesla bull robots yet?
You probably will.
That'd be way more fun.
Would it?
Yeah, and then you have the Tesla robots, the normal human ones, fighting the robot bulls, and that way you can see it get proper carnal. Like shit will get ripped to shreds in front of you, but it's fine because it's robots.
So it just basically sounds like an episode of Robot Wars in a random place somewhere.
I mean, I'm down for that. Are you not down for that?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
I fucking loved Robot Wars.
I'm thinking, what I'm thinking? I'm thinking like it wasn't Chappie. Was that other one? The other film that Hugh Jackman was in. Something Steel, Real Steel.
Oh, Real Steel. That was a good film.
Yeah, like that kind
underrated movie, man.
Yeah.
Legit underrated movie.
He's
way better than it should have been.
I learned on Jeopardy that Hugh Jackman is a Canaries fan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess it was cool. I don't know why. But
I was in a movie called The Canaries.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie you were in.
I was in a movie called The Canaries. Yeah.
Was it about canaries dying?
No, it was just a tiny independent movie about a group of a family called the Canaries in this fictional universe where England's been taken over by a weirdly oppressive government. So completely unlike ours.
Oh, so good. Now.
Yeah. Honestly, like the further we go forward, it's like, yeah, actually, like this movie that I was in that was just written by a mate of mine, and it's got some pretty good points.
Yeah.
It's getting closer and closer.
I learned that Keir Starmer takes a lot of his ideas from watching programs and then thinking they're documentaries.
Oh,
he
yeah.
started talking about that adolescence thing that's in on Netflix.
Have you seen this documentary, Adolescence? It's terrifying that this could happen in our world. And it's like, it doesn't, motherfucker.
Well, it does. Still does. Sure it does.
Someone writes that shit, yeah. And things like that happen, but not that. Not that specific fucking thing. That didn't happen.
Story didn't happen. Yeah, it's not a true story.
It's based on shit. It's based on shit, man.
Well, it might be based on the idea that kind of thing has happened before, sure. But you say that about any film that hasn't got something to do with superheroes or...
I mean,
or somebody saying my penis is small, just unrealistic things, It doesn't happen in films like that.
Yeah, in fact, to be fair, that is one thing that has never been said in movies, is that your penis is small. And that's because they know it would just be factually, obviously inaccurate. It would just break the movie. If you're going around saying that KD's dick's tiny, it's like, who's going to believe the rest of the movie? Who's going to believe Superman can fly?
It kills the rest of the validity of the film.
Kills validity. Kills it. Yeah.
Happens a lot, really.
Yeah.
Do you know... today, though, we are going to be talking about other discoveries that have been found, but they don't understand. As in, look at my penis. You understand the size. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You look at the rest of me.
Yeah, you've got the BDE.
Oh, yeah.
Total
That's
BDE.
racist. It's calling me black dick energy.
No.
Racism. I'm going to ignore it.
No.
But today, we are going to be talking about random stuff that is discovered that people don't understand. And the reason I thought about this is surely you've seen about the pyramid. Oh, I was hoping you hadn't seen it. You haven't seen what they discovered about the pyramid?
No, I've been too busy doing work at a place that is just constant.
God. Okay.
It's non-stop at work at the moment. My brain just can't take information.
This hasn't been told on the news here for some reason, but I've had to see it online. They did more laser stuff looking at the pyramids.
Oh, interesting.
And they did it from space on satellites and shit. So with some new shit that they had, you know.
It'd be fucking rad if it turned out the entire pyramid structure was just the top of a giant rocket.
So they discovered that there's about 2 kilometers of structures below the pyramid, with 8 big spherical tubes with coils around them, and then 2 big hollow blocks at the bottom, 2 kilometers down. I'll show you some pictures.
Did I just fucking say it? Did I just literally fucking say the thing?
I'm not saying it's a fucking rocket.
No, but that sounds like a form of propulsion, doesn't it? Like an electromagnetic propulsion.
Well, this is now making people talk about the fact of whether the whole...
Maybe it's just a fucking power
the whole
station.
Power plant thing has now started to become a big thing again now. Cause,
yeah.
Let me find that picture then.
Because we know they had batteries.
Yeah, the Baghdad battery.
We know they had batteries. Rudimentary, but still batteries.
Yeah. So this is Okay, so this here, the black stuff, is the
Right.
actual pyramid that we already know
Yeah,
about
yeah,
from the top.
yeah.
This is the 8 spherical thing. So basically, they took with these scans. There is pictures of the scans that I've got as well. But it's pointless. You can't figure out what you're looking at.
But it's
this
like
is
foundations. But like, why would you need foundations that deep?
It's exactly what I said when I was talking to my mates about it. Because the one guy said about that, and I was like, "Why would you need 2 kilometers of foundations for the strongest structure, a pyramid?"
Yeah.
Yes, it's built on sand, but I imagine it's already got some form of foundation.
We've got fucking skyscrapers that weigh significantly more that are just not on that deeper structure.
That's not even the whole thing, though, because it's not.
Also, 2K down. How the fuck did they get shit down?
These are
that
600 meters, the coils apparently, something like that.
Fucking
and then the big block at the bottom, which I'll get to in a minute for you too. I was going to upload all these before I forgot. Where is it? I know I haven't got that picture saved. I don't think actually. Do you have a bit? I'll just show you one. I think.
Yeah. Just show me on the internet. Show me on the internet.
Okay. Pyramid discovery. That's all I was looking at before. Images. Where was the best ones? So this is look what it's supposed to be like. These. I don't know that part there, but. God, where's the bit with the actual bottom? Oh, I think I remember where I saw it. Actually, I remember where I saw it. It was on this one. I'm getting there now. Hold on. I'm getting there now. I remember. This has got all the stuff on it. You know what? I'm going to share this actually to the screen.
He's thinking.
He's
done thought it.
Okay, let's go back to this.
Cancel that. Get that graphic off.
Get that graphic off
screen. Let them see the beauty.
Okay, and then presentation, and then get rid of that as well. God, I'm so.
I realise I've gone through my 70s cop phase with my hair now.
Right.
And now I'm into the 90s slightly distracted and irritating artist hair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Slightly dishevelled, little bit all over the place. Quite clearly, I think I'm a big deal, but I'm not.
So these are the what the actual scans look like. So, but then the people that did them created these renders to show people.
Yeah.
So that's what I was showing you before, and then that goes down to these big, like, kind of hollow blocks at the bottom.
What the fuck?
And all of it together is 2 kilometers down underneath the pyramid. Now there's debates about what it is. There's certain things as well that I've like. A lot of these things above it resonant at like the earth tone, and a lot of these things possibly do too. So they're talking about that could show it to be more of a power plant. But there's also scriptures about underneath the pyramids there being staircases to a big room, filled with lost knowledge. Could be that. It could be staircases.
It could be that.
Or it could be coils for power plant stuff, for example, in some manner. Just fuck knows,
It blows my fucking mind, to be fair. I mean, I like. How long have these things been sat there?
Well, at least as long as the pyramids.
Yeah.
I reckon they will probably be older than. I reckon the pyramids built on top of it.
What if they're fucking mother boxes?
What's that mean?
From the Justice League movie. What if they can recreate
the giant? They're giant fucking boxes.
Yeah, but the mother boxes can change shape and size.
Oh yeah, it's on one huge in it.
Yeah,
it is in it.
Yeah, and it shrinks down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking
mother boxes, man.
I might be getting confused in my head with Transformers. I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking, what's his face was right. What's his face?
Graham Hancock?
No, the guy who did the Justice League movie, Zack Snyder.
Oh, Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Sure.
Zack Snyder was right.
That's not something you'll hear much.
Yes, all Zack Snyder.
They're fucking amazing though when I saw all these things. Like, it's just a crazy little thing that we're now. It doesn't answer any questions. It just gives you a lot more, really.
A lot more questions.
Yeah, no answers, just a lot more questions.
A lot more questions.
But unfortunately, as I was talking to my mates about it before, like everybody kind of agreed. I was like, yeah, but we're never going to find out. They're never going to go in.
The fuck are you talking about? We're never going to find out. Someone get the fuck down there and have a look.
The pictures, man.
What the fuck?
They don't even let people go in the pyramid generally. Like, there's so much of the actual pyramid that hasn't been discovered looked into yet, let alone under it now. For me, though, like, that to me,
there's nothing in the fucking scriptures about you can't go into the fucking bit underneath it. It just says you can't go into the tombs and stuff and you'll get cursed. It doesn't say don't go into the foundations. We're fine.
They haven't even found any fucking tombs, man. This is they keep saying that there's that's what the pyramids are for. They're tombs for pharaohs. Do you know how many pharaohs they found in them? Fucking zero.
Yeah, because they're all in actual tombs, which
Valley of
are
the Kings.
Yeah,
weirdly enough.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, they all buried them there.
It's fucking obvious, ain't it?
Oh,
fuck's sake, hell. People are but that's Egypt. I don't think they'll let us find out. It won't be in our lifetime, so.
I want to fucking know, dude.
It's just amazing to me, though. Still, whatever it is, it's like how the hell did they build that as well? To me, like, that couldn't have been.
If I was Egypt, I'd be like, we've got to study this shit now. Because what if this is the fucking advancement that takes Egypt to be like the forefront of every fucking nation in the world?
If it is lost, I think that'd be cooler if it's just a load of lost knowledge down there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is actually...
Egypt, you could be the next America. Just fucking look at it.
Straight up.
Do it. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't get it. It's so silly.
It's so silly. Oh, there's this fucking amazing structure that's 2 kilometers deep, made hundreds of fucking years ago.
If anything, the structure that we've been amazed at for all this time might have just been hiding the bottom stuff.
You better, nah, it's not worth checking that shit out. Fuck that. Nah, I've got fucking Fortnite to play.
I'd rather the Americans just got lost and didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I'd rather just send them in and let them get fucking acid in the face like the people in the fucking Mummy movie.
They let Mr. Beast in the pyramid. Yeah. I saw him going around. Oh, I mean, he said he was in the pyramid.
Isn't Omid Jalili in the first Mummy movie? Doesn't he get scarabed?
Yeah.
That's such a good bit.
That bit stuck in my head for so long when I was a kid.
That fucked me up when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I literally used to fucking avoid certain beetles because they looked like scarabs. I was like, I'm not going in that. Nope.
I feel the one thing about living in a city, like, more, I never really saw beetles.
Oh, I saw loads of beetles.
I can imagine in the rural
fucking
areas.
Horrible. It's like, Jesus, it's going to get in my skin and eat my brain.
Arachnophobia, I think I said before, arachnophobia made me forever, like, for a good, 15 years, check my toilet before I ever had a poo.
Yeah, that was a horrible movie.
I'm not even scared
It's supposed to be a joke movie, that one. It's supposed to be a parody of horror movies. But it's just a good, scary movie.
Why the fuck were they on it? They really misjudged how creeped out by spiders people
They're like,
are.
it's supposed to be a joke. Like, what fucking part of this is a joke? It's horrible.
Sure, I've watched that film. It doesn't
There's
feel like
a fucking
joke.
load of spiders crawling out of a guy's mouth. Literally, I've heard this multiple times from multiple places.
People are getting confused with Eight-Legged Freaks, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Eight-Legged Freaks, fucking great movie. Come on. You want to fucking sit down and watch a fucking stupid ass movie?
No, if it wasn't for the main guy, I always forget his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
He's been in wrestling and everything.
Yeah.
Watched him get stabbed in the neck, and I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
That dude, anyway.
Yeah.
Dewey as well, isn't it? In Scary Movie.
Yeah.
David Arquette.
Yep.
Him. He makes that film. If it wasn't for that, you know, it's kind of shit, really. And he's
the only one who knows what his job is in that movie. Everyone else is either taking it way
Apart from
too...
the old woman, actually. The old woman knows her job.
Yeah, but everyone else is either taking it way too seriously or not seriously enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's right on that zone. Where
the mayor's good as well, actually.
Able to quip, but also when he's scared, he's obviously in danger.
He's great in it, isn't he? We know him from Scream. He's great at that.
Yeah, he's good at that.
He was supposed to not survive the first film, but I think because he was so popular, they brought him back.
Yeah.
They added a bit where came back because he got fucked up. He should have been dead. Like every film.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that he didn't die.
Yeah.
But you know, he's got
a superpower.
Plot armor, yeah. You need that plot armor.
Plot armor is great. I wish I had plot armor.
Yeah. Well, we do in our own story, but unfortunately, the story just ends when we
no longer have plot armor.
Yeah. So I guess we don't now.
Yeah. No, we don't.
It would be a good thing to have. That would be a great superpower to have. Like a plot armor. That would be awesome.
Essentially, that's Domino from fucking Deadpool, like the lucky one, because she chooses to do something and the plot just lets it happen.
I do love her power, to be fair. That is such a cool power.
It is good. I'd love to have that one because it's so subtle as well. Like you could be the ultimate badass or just use it to just win the lottery or something. It's like it's up to you.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Have a good time. You're the luckiest motherfucker who ever lived.
Yeah, trust. What the hell did you do the lottery?
Yeah, I don't know.
What were you saying? Then?
Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid?
I played very late. Not really. No,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people play it, so I know the bits.
Yeah, there's Metal Gear Solid 2. There's a character in it called Fortune, and every time you shoot at her, the bullets just go around, like just shoot around her. And
yeah.
And like for the entire game, you think it's like a superpower she's got, and then they go, "Oh no, actually, it's just this like anti-magnetic device I've put on you and snuck into your spine or something, so that you will always have this power. But I'm going to switch it off and shoot you now." And he turns it off and shoots her shit. Right?
Oh damn!
And then
so it wasn't bullshitting then.
He wasn't bullshitting. But then later on, it turns out he kind of was bullshitting, because she goes, "No, I am Fortune. I am going to stop these bullets." And then they all shoot at her, and for some reason it works.
That's a bit dumb. They don't understand their own storyline. They just killed their own story.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make any sense.
It's Kojima, man.
It's just like what absorbed into her now.
It's Kojima, bro. It's Kojima. You got to understand. Hideo Kojima is.
Oh, is he the dude?
Yeah, he's the guy who's like, he's done all of the Metal Gear Solids. He did Death Stranding, all that kind of stuff.
And he's just tired of trying to make stuff make sense.
Yeah, well, no, he's never tried.
Oh, okay.
Hideo Kojima is a huge fan of what's called magical realism, which is like real things happen, but like in a magical way around them. Like things happen that shouldn't be explainable, but because it sort of works magically for the story, it works. It's a weird way. It's a thing that is usually used in like romance novels and shit. Right, but it's used in this in a woman getting shot at and fucking like the ability to suddenly overcome the power of not having powers. It's like, it's so weird. And like every single thing he writes is so fucking on the nose. He never gives subtlety to anything. He's always got to explain everything he's written, like in excruciating detail.
Oh, I've seen that from the
whilst never explaining what he's actually talking about.
Yeah,
Hideo Kojima would be a fantastic politician.
I've seen the fucking the bits in the Metal Gear 4 or 5 when there's like half an hour cutscenes and shit.
Oh yeah, it's longer than that.
Like
there is an hour and a half cutscene at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Can you really skip it?
No.
Oh damn.
I mean, you can, but you'll miss all of the ending of the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Fuck that shit. I'd rather miss the ending of the game, come up with my own ending in my head.
To be fair, at this point in the game, there's been moments where you've been crawling through a tunnel of microwaves, right? Not microwave ovens. Like it's just in this particular machine.
Demon microwave.
No, in this particular machine.
Ding, ding, ding.
The way to get this to this other area in the machine is to go through this particular area that's bathed in microwaves because of how it's sort of transmitting data and stuff like that. So you've got to crawl through this sort of giant machine whilst getting irradiated with fucking microwaves, right?
As you.
And you're doing this for about 5 minutes, and the entire time you're doing this, you are having to smash the living shit out of an X button on the controller. Just fucking goddamn
my X button sticks.
Like, it is horrible. It is one of the most unpleasant experiences I've ever had playing a computer game. But by this point, you've got like 4 games of story built into this one moment, and by God, I slammed that button for those full 5 minutes. I loved those games so much when I was a kid, but I could never go back and rewatch all of the dialogue and all of the codec stuff, because like, forget about cutscenes. There's conversations that are just 2 like frozen faces on a screen talking to each other with like dialogue coming underneath them that are fucking 45 minutes. And then they'll have cutscenes in between that, and then a little bit of gameplay for like a minute, and then another codec call, and then another cutscene, and then another codec call, and then you can play the game for a bit, and then another codec call.
That sounds horrible.
It
sounds like nothing I would ever want to engage with.
It was difficult to
just to hide into a box.
Yeah.
With a really tight suit and
honestly, the gameplay is brilliant when it lets you play the game.
From what I remember seeing, it just made you want to fag constantly.
Yeah. You can see lasers if you smoke. So always be smoking, guys, because there's lasers everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
Even in real life.
That's true.
That's how we know about the pyramid, baby.
Yeah, lasers.
Lasers, baby.
Yeah. So what else is happening pyramid-wise?
Pyramid. I mean, pyramid-wise, I think that's pretty much all that's happening.
That's it.
I know, weirdly.
That's like, crazy. There's no more than the 2 kilometer structure. Yeah, underneath. Fuck it.
Underneath.
You talk.
I've got some more other bits to go over.
Like, other bits,
or other discoveries that don't really make sense.
Ooh.
Like I mean, I can't get to them right now, but I know one off the bat, for example, that's straight away the Nazca lines. Another one that people don't really get.
Yeah,
well, don't get at all.
Yeah,
who they were really for? Because
you can only see it from the sky.
You have to be in a plane to see them. Yeah.
Yeah. But they did believe gods were in the sky.
Yeah.
So.
But at the same time as well, like some people say, how were they able to make the design so intricate and all that? I'm like, I get what you're saying, but
you just sketch it out and then calculate it. It's like these people think they can't do basic maths back in the day.
Just like Neil Buchanan on Heart Attack.
He could do that shit by himself.
Yeah, exactly.
In half an hour. They sped it up on the thing when you watched it, but it was interesting.
You cover up the lines that he followed. Yeah. Because dude's just a metal singer, man. He can't be making that stuff. With the head.
Do you remember, like, back in the 2000s, there were, like, 3 separate occasions where people said he died?
There's a few of those people, isn't there?
Yeah, where there's like, oh, did you hear he died? It's like, no, he fucking didn't. Yeah. Just do a quick Google search, you prick.
There's so many people who have died at random times.
I've heard that Brian Cox died.
I get confused who that is.
No, there's 2 Brian Cox.
That's why.
Yeah, there's Brian Cox, the scientist.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
And then there's Brian Cox, the Scottish actor.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use these weird ass. These things are so big.
You just don't like it.
No, man. I just make my split baggy.
Baggy?
You got a giant roach.
That is the worst thing it could be, to be fair.
It's like a fucking exhaust pipe. And this is one that I've even tightened a bit.
And it's still exhausting.
It's a fucking liberty.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Liberty taken.
Any self-respecting stoner.
Who the fuck?
You know, I'm going to have to use it though because I can't even find my scissors to make one.
Oh no!
My goddamn! Oh my!
Boom, chicky, boom, chicky, boom, chicky, boom, chicky.
I got what was shit happening going on in the world actually?
Sorry.
Just reminding myself what else has been going on in the world.
There's been a few things that have been going on.
Oh yes, did you If you haven't heard about this, you'll be interested in this, I think.
Right.
Anything about the South African Antarctica team? There's like a horror
That
film.
sounds like the start of a joke.
No, it's a start of a horror film.
Did you hear about the South African Antarctica team? Yeah. When they got there, the penguins that were all, they tried to separate them in half because apartheid.
See, I was just waiting for the racism to come.
Yeah,
it
was.
God, you won't forget then. That's what I was going to say. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the South African Antarctica team.
Yeah.
No, it's the start of a horror film. Man.
All right. Okay.
So there's 10 of them in this little. Well, it's a good bunker.
Right.
And they're supposed to be there for like a long time.
All right.
But they got reports that one of them was like hurling abuse and being a dick to.
I saw that.
And then attacked one.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh god, so it was like him trying to kill the people, trying to kill them and that.
Yeah.
So it's like, if they can't get to them soon, then might be 6 months they can't get to them. It might already be at that point. They can't get to them like during the winter.
Do they have a brig? Or a
don't
prison?
know.
Or a jail?
From the sounds of it though, the people aren't, dealing with the confrontation well though.
To be fair, you probably just wait until it's the 6 month the 6 month breaking period. Like, oh, we can't get you anymore. It's like, well, we're gonna have to shoot him with a flare gun. We're all just gonna have to accept the fact, ladies and gentlemen, that the only way we're getting out of this without someone getting hurt who isn't him is if we shoot him with a fucking flare gun.
Or just lock him out when he goes to do something. I don't know.
Yeah,
he might be like taking care of the actual building itself. So if so, they're buggered. How are they going to get him out?
I don't know. Don't be a dick in the Arctic. That's my fucking suggestion.
I don't understand what a self-respecting person goes to the Arctic for. Stop.
Yeah, fair.
It's cold down there.
It's fucking cold, and you can't get any coffee that isn't.
No, actually, it's a very nice bunker.
They got all of it then. Fuck them.
They got like pool tables and shit in there, giant flat screen. It's a good bunker.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So the space, it's not like they're like in one room with him, No. But still.
You know what they need to do?
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
They need to very quickly send over a giant package of weed.
Oh, shit. The South African took them with them. You know about?
No. There's no way they took enough. Not for 6 months. They need to send that shit over there.
They were planning to be there that long.
Yeah, but they need to send them a shitload of weed right now because they need to make sure that everyone is stoned 24/7 because no one can possibly get into a fight if they're that high.
You know what? Flare gun sounds easier now.
Flare gun does sound easier.
Sounds a lot easier.
Just shoot the fucker with a flare gun. And then smoke his weed.
Exactly. Sorted. That sounds like a win-win to me.
Win.
And think of it another way, you get to feed the polar bears. Are they down there?
I don't know.
Antarctica's down, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure.
Because the Arctic's just fucking frozen bollocks, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure the Antarctic is too.
Yeah, but there's like penguins and shit more at the Antarctic.
Oh yes, you're right. Actually, yeah. It's
the Arctic that's a bit sort of like
the only penguins that are north of the equator are the Galapagos penguins.
Yeah.
Because I'm smart.
Yeah, there's fuck all up there. There's polar bears and shit and seals.
Yeah, but polar bears are scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Don't go near a polar bear.
Don't go the fuck near a fucking polar bear.
You want to hope to hell that the polar bear doesn't find your place. Because I would not trust that a polar bear couldn't find a way in.
I still talk every time about the fact there's a video somewhere of these people who thought they'd created a polar bear proof fucking shelter. And it was this thing made out of like solid steel and shit and titanium. And they're like, yeah, no, we're going to be absolutely fine. And it's in like -20 conditions or -40 or 50 or something. So it's like freezing fucking cold, which makes all metal brittle as fuck.
That's what I was wondering.
So they're sat in there like, yeah, taking photos of this polar bear as he walks up to us and it just goes clang and opens the entire fucking thing. He's like, oh, fuck it, run.
Imagine that moment, though. That would be so scary. Like those celebrities, man, they get lulled into like going and like seeing like a tiger or something.
Yeah, oh, look how people are crazy. It is. Oh, no, you're going to die. You're going to be a news report. The most important comedian in the world died the other day when he was eaten by a tiger that he took a photo with. We have the photo here. Look at the amount of blood coming out of that motherfucker.
His key mistake was when he started to bat his willy side to side.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
They don't like it.
I've heard anyway.
Don't go be touching a cat's genitals.
That's why I think Joe Exotic had his place so long.
Yeah.
Because you've seen.
He touched everyone else's genitals. Didn't touch the cat's.
No, I think he did.
Oh, you think he did touch the cat's
Yeah,
genitals?
I think he was horny for those.
I'm sure he was horny for the cats.
Definitely. Look at him.
But I don't think he actively went on with it. I don't think he ever fucked a cat.
I don't know. I mean, they did veterinary stuff where they could knock him out.
Well,
he might have gone Jimmy
that makes it worse because that means it's
I don't think it was consensual either way. That
would be that would be a hella graping though.
Yeah.
If you're willing to put someone under to do it, that's a hella graping right there.
Well, I mean, how the hell else are you going to do it to a tiger?
That's a hard Cosby.
To a tiger? Yeah. I don't really know any other physical way to do it. Yeah. Even if the tiger was saying like, yeah, well, I'm up for it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Still better to put them to sleep. I'm not endorsing putting tigers to sleep to have sex with them. I'm just saying
that's a way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
That is the way to do it. It's the safest way.
It's definitely the safest way.
Definitely the safest way. Yeah.
I don't know what some people are into. The cat might be into.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It just, that moment when you're talking about a subject and suddenly it just sort of gets under your skin. You're like, no, don't want to talk about that anymore. That's gross.
That's what I live for.
Yeah.
Finding those moments.
Finding those little underskin wobbles.
Oh, now it just sounds like you're talking about my body and I don't appreciate it.
It does sound weird, doesn't it? It sounds like I'm being pervy.
Not the worst kind. Right, I got my things loading up here now.
Oh, he's loading. So, you're gonna learn some shit. He's loading. That shit. Da, 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 da.
Have you ever heard of Puma Punku?
The fuck?
Puma Punku.
Puma Punku.
The site forms part of a temple complex located in Bolivia, the Andes Mountains. Historians believe that the creators of Puma Punku built it sometime between 536 and 600 AD. Many scientists, however, argue that the stone structures are much older. So what makes them so unique is that they are the largest, approximately 131 tons, twice the size of the most modern-day earth-moving equipment.
Yeah.
Yet somehow people at the time managed to bring these stones to this site 1,420 years ago.
Yeah, I think I've seen
It's got an altitude of 12,800 feet.
Yeah, I've seen the ancient aliens on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I have some pictures of these as well.
It is pretty impressive. It's remarkable the size of these stones, and like the idea of moving them with just like human or animal power alone seems almost unfathomable. We're not talking about the kinds of blocks that they used in the Egyptian time that are like, well, that would be difficult, but you could potentially see a way that someone could do something without like weird aid. These are the smallest blocks. These are itty bitty blocks.
Yeah, I thought I had the big ones on there too, but I don't.
No, the big ones are huge.
Yeah.
They're like they're bigger than buses. Some of the big ones. It's ridiculous.
It's also another one of the things as well where like the walls are all put together without any mortar or anything.
Yeah, just literally cut to shape and then placed.
Which is kind of crazy. The complexity of that is really kind of
very
amazing.
Impressive. Yeah.
And the fact that, like it stood all this time.
Yeah, well that's what you do. If you make something out of solid stone, it sticks around. If you use things with like cement and stuff, it starts to like crumble after a certain amount of years because it's just entropy.
Yeah.
Entropy's a cunt.
What's entropy?
Entropy is the scientific explanation for why things degrade over time. So, for example, rust is a sign of what did I just say it was? Entropy.
Yeah.
Because basically the nature of the universe is disorderly.
Some of the bigger bits.
Right? The nature of the universe is everything just mixed in all together in one big ball of just random atoms.
Yeah.
But life and like reactions and things keep bringing things into globs of one thing, like stars. But as stars decay and explode, they sort of spread all their atoms around all over the place. And they decay, and then it goes back to entropy again. And it's the same with rust on a car. So the car is this one solid object, but over time, rust will destroy this car, eat away at the car, and all of the bits of the car would gradually just disintegrate and turn into just random bits of atoms all spread around across the universe.
Yeah.
That is essentially what is always happening in the universe. It's just an immutable law of the universe. There's other parts to entropy as well. Entropy is not just one thing. It's sort of an explanation for multiple different types of phenomena. And the way like mathematics works around entropy is way beyond me. So if you want to learn that shit, go find out from someone who's an actual scientist.
I just found out something else about the stones, which I didn't realise. The stones are magnetic.
Well, that's even weirder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, weird.
It could also explain how they got them there if you had like weird magnet technology.
That's very true, actually.
You know,
like the whole the vibrating thing. I could see that maybe possibly turning something magnetic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Magnets are cool.
Magnets
are fucking cool, bro.
Sure. Magnets are cool.
Don't you fucking go questioning magnets, bro.
Are magnets cool? I don't know.
They're fucking hella cool.
Why?
Because you can put a magnet near another magnet and the other magnet will go, no, motherfucker.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
That's science, bitch.
I mean, your opinion on what's cool and my opinion, I'm not going to lie, might be slightly different.
Motherfucker.
Science is cool.
Science is motherfucking cool. And magnetism is one of the most obvious examples of science, bitch.
I guess. I can't argue that.
Yeah.
These are the Aska monoliths.
What the fuck?
These are...
I'll be honest, it looks like a giant sweaty testicle.
That one, it does.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ones.
Someone scratched that a bit too much.
To be honest, I'm not...
It's got scaly.
20 famous stone structures that till today no one knows the creators of, but they've been around since the 2050 AD period to 552 AD.
So they were a structure at some point. We just don't know what that structure is anymore.
Yeah, it looks like it was one thing originally. Wait, no. 20 separate famous stone structures, and the biggest and most unusual of them is one dubbed Masuda non Infanun, which translates as the rock ship of Masuda. The stone structure stands 11 meters long, 8 meters wide, and almost 5 meters in height, and the stone weighs 800 tons.
Holy motherfucker! That's a big boy.
How many British shrines? There's no understanding of why they're there, how they're there. It doesn't say where they're from either.
They're a thing.
They're definitely a thing.
They're definitely a thing, and they're there.
But I don't understand
that much. We can tell you.
We can definitely agree with that. There's another one called the Wall of Sakashima. It's just, I would bring up the picture, but it's just another wall. But it's just like it's like the other one we just showed a second ago, but just kind of more rounded squares.
You know,
they're pretty ass squares, to be fair.
You know Hadrian's Wall?
Yeah.
You ever seen Hadrian's Wall?
Yeah.
It's literally like waist height, and everyone thinks that's the height it always was. It wasn't. It was an actual wall.
Yeah, because wasn't it to keep them?
Yeah, it's to keep the fucking Scots out.
Yeah.
The Romans had gone into Scotland on multiple occasions, like, we are going to tame these savages and bring them into the Roman Empire over like 500 years, and then they're like, you know what? Fuck you, motherfuckers, and they just built a wall. Fucking yes, Scotland, get in.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
They never. If Scotland wants something, fuck you, they're having it. I love that attitude. I love it. Yeah. We need more of that. We need more of that and the French attitude in the UK. You know, England, we roll the fuck over and take it, and we need to stop doing that.
Yeah. You know about the Baghdad battery, and that's another thing we've discovered.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which is just like, they think it's part of, like, it was like a kind of like a mini version of what you see in those pyramid things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a coil with I got it the actual thing here. What is this? Comprises a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod arranged to produce a small electric current when filled with an acidic substance.
Yeah, usually lemon juice.
Lemon juice, really?
Yep. Citric acid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Highest concentration of acid that you could get easily at the time.
And they think it was for electroplating or for medical instruments.
Yeah, they thought it was for like massage stuff and things as well, like that, electrotherapy.
Yeah. But it's interesting though when you look at that and you look at like the stuff we found now.
But also, it would be enough to create a small light if you had enough like copper to do it. But the thing is, you don't necessarily know that that's going to happen. And also, admittedly, in Egypt, they had very little access to metals, like decent metals, like steel and stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, they had one knife made of steel that was owned by the pharaohs, and the reason why it was so impressive is because it was steel. It had fallen from the fucking sky. It was a meteorite.
Oh wow!
That they turned into a dagger.
That's cool.
And then gave to a pharaoh, like, have the fucking sky sword.
That'd be an amazing thing. I can totally imagine why an ancient Egyptian would be into that.
Oh hell yeah!
That's like an ancient Egyptian wet dream.
Yeah, give me the fucking sky sword of the gods. Hell yeah! Hell yes!
Do you look at that like the stuff under the Egyptian pyramids though, and to you is that more impressive to be able to make that than just the pyramids? Because someone may think it was any more impressive. I thought that's so much more impressive.
So much more impressive. Because you've got to bury that shit.
Yeah.
2 kilometers down, which means, first of all, you've got to dig 2 kilometers down in the desert, surrounded by fucking sand, stopping that shit from collapsing in on you. That's almost fucking impossible with today's shit.
It goes right down to the bedrock.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is bizarre to be able to do that.
It really is.
We have like engineering companies today who would struggle to do that shit. Really struggle to do that shit.
Yeah, you'd need giant.
We're talking like they're talking about having a 1 kilometer tall building. To do that, you would have to have literally half a kilometer foundation down. That was considered to be a difficult proposition.
Because I mean, how tall is the tallest building? That Burj Khalifa. How tall is that?
Oh, it's nowhere near that. But it's like, it's like, I don't know, 300 meters, something like that, 400 meters.
You know, now you say that, I feel like it is 3 something.
Yeah.
I think
It's like 360 or 350 or something like that. It's not 500. 500, it's not 1,000, sorry. 1,000 kilometer building would be fucking huge. And
so then,
you see
it's over 4 times,
3 times as big. 3 times as big as the
tallest building.
Yeah.
Well, 2 kilometers down.
No, and you'd have to have foundations that went down half a kilometer.
Oh, okay.
And they said that would be difficult to do.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
In modern day, that would be difficult to do. We're talking about something with 2 kilometers down of structure to bedrock, and then a fucking entire slab of stone on top of that.
And I don't. There's no reason for it to be foundations for a pyramid. That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense
because they
never do not need that much foundation.
Yeah, they never questioned how the pyramids were standing before, so I assumed there was no confusion about them being built on sand.
Yeah.
Because when they said that in the group, I was like, I don't know actually what foundation there is, but there's got to be a foundation because they never questioned how they were able to stand before.
Yeah.
So like, it's got to be pretty chill.
There's got to be a foundation of some kind, but we don't know.
Just stones that were built deeper, you know, and then it was kind of like buried, you know.
Yeah, you'd expect something like that, but like
some kind of foundation.
I suppose it makes sense for them to be that heavy in the desert and to have stayed that level permanently. For there to potentially be a structure underneath them, that sort of might make sense. Because if you're talking about something that's in the fucking sand and dirt that sat there for fucking hundreds and hundreds of years and weighs literally thousands of tons.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean,
does it not just make it go further into the ground though? Because I don't think they're
expecting to find these. Down.
Yeah, I don't think they're expecting to find these at every pyramid. So
no, maybe not.
You know. Yeah, I don't think...
we need to know what the fuck this shit is.
Yeah, but it's just annoying.
Stop being bitches, because everyone's just going to be like, oh no, there's a more important shit in the world. Fucking name something. Name something that's more important than finding out what the fuck is under the pyramids right now.
It's literally the origins of us.
Yeah. This is information that could change everything we know about humanity's history, or could change beyond that what we know about science. Why aren't we fucking studying this shit? This is my main thing. Again, it's like people go, oh, studying science is stupid. It's like you never know what you get from studying science, man. You never know what you get.
It would be an interesting thing because the guy just like, you know, came out with it, like did a video talking about it, you know. So it would be interesting to find out if he's got any other, well, I'm sure he has hopes of figuring out what it actually is.
Yeah.
But he's going to get stonewalled more than likely.
More than likely.
Ironically, considering a pyramid.
Yeah, which is basically just 4 big stone walls slapped against each other.
There is something else I discovered while I was looking at like random things that we've discovered that we don't understand. And there was a map that I discovered that I'd never heard of before. Have you ever heard of I'm going to get the name right. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, I'm probably not. The Piri-Reis map.
The what?
The Piri-Reis map.
No.
I think that's the
one. No idea.
So it doesn't really make that much sense in all honesty when I was looking at it. I still can't really figure it out. I'll put it on in a second. So it's an ancient map that was discovered in the early 20th century and it's believed to date back to the early 16th century.
All right.
And what makes it so weird is that it depicts the coastlines of Europe, Africa, and South America with a level of accuracy that was impossible at the time of its creation.
Is this our Indiana Jones adventure?
It might very well be.
Is this what we do?
Old school.
Yeah.
Oh no! They already know it. That's the problem.
Oh.
The map is also notable for including the coastline of Antarctica, a continent that would not be discovered until centuries after this map was apparently created. So let's have a look at this. It doesn't really make that much fucking sense to me, to be honest. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't understand what the fuck I'm looking at.
What the fuck are those 2 circles in the middle? What is that? What are they using as fucking points of navigation?
Checks out. Oh yeah. So what makes the Piri-Reis map truly intriguing are the enigmatic markings that appear on it. Some have suggested that markings are evidence of an ancient civilization possessing advanced knowledge of mathematics and astronomy. In contrast, others speculate they are code or a secret language. Whether it's that's right actually.
Yeah, no, that's our Indiana Jones thing. We've got to decipher what the language is saying, and where
you're fucking on your own there.
Where the hidden magic treasure is. No, you're coming with me, Carl.
Oh, okay.
And you're not saying no because this is important, and we can then find the really expensive like jewelry and treasure, And then we can put it in a museum like Indiana Jones.
Well, unfortunately, it is already in a museum, so
Fucking
we have to steal it first.
Well, I'm fine with that.
We'll go National Treasure first.
It should be in my museum.
There you go. Well, I would have just assumed it's a corrupt museum.
Yeah.
It probably is.
They all are.
Exactly. Probably even
it's probably a British one.
Probably.
Just stole that shit.
We are very good at that.
We're so good at that.
As
look at this. This is a very interesting little thing. I'm going to take this home.
We do enjoy a good steal.
Yeah.
British people are famous for it.
Yeah.
Although Trump is now talking about actively stealing Greenland.
But, yeah, he's also talking about actively stealing Canada. I don't think it's quite that easy.
No,
Can't just walk in and go, yep, it's ours now.
There was actual mentions of invading Greenland. I don't think it came from Trump. I think it came from J.D. Vance.
Yeah, well, J.D. Vance is a fucking...
But did you hear that?
Try-hard. Quite frankly, he's a fucking try-hard.
Did you hear that it came out that they were discussing...
do you have anything I can tap?
They were discussing war plans for attacking Yemen in a WhatsApp group. And the only reason we know
We're
that...
going to close the door. Or are we leaving it open just in case the...
Oh, well, it wouldn't come yet anyway. The door's locked by now.
Okay. Just in case. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to think ahead.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Trump. Yeah. The reason we know...
Stealing Greenland.
No. The WhatsApp group where he was planning, like, war stuff with Yemen, like some attacks and stuff that they did carry out. The reason we know it was being discussed in a WhatsApp group, though, is because they accidentally added a journalist to the group and didn't realise.
Oh, I saw that. I did see that. I saw that he literally was just added in because they're idiots.
Yeah. That's like, wow, what a fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn.
Someone
should get fired for that, man.
Well, either that
shouldn't
or
be doing it on WhatsApp anyway.
Someone might have been doing it who was in charge of it, who's like, this shit ain't right. I've got to fucking send this out to someone. You know what I mean?
Didn't they attack on Yemen? I think they happen all the time. I don't think there's anything particularly special about it.
I don't know.
I'll say that. Yeah.
It seems really weird to me. Just
the Houthis, I think it was. I think it was about the Houthis.
The Hutus and Tutsis?
Yeah, it's a weird ass name in it.
Or Houthis?
The Houthi Tutsis. Apparently they're tough people. You don't want to mess with a Houthi Tuti, apparently. I keep seeing all the idea of toxic masculinity coming back again now because of, like, people talking about that film. Well, talking about Keir Starmer, where he saw that fucking thing of thought it was like.
I want to talk about toxic feminism.
That's kind of ironically what I heard being talked about earlier. So go ahead.
I don't think toxic femininity is the right word for it. It's not like toxic masculinity, and I do see the point with toxic masculinity on a couple of points. I can see what they mean on certain situations.
Yeah.
Toxic feminism is a different thing. That is where a woman thinks that because she's a woman, she gets to act like a cunt. I have had so many situations recently where I've been driving where a woman has literally cut me the fuck up while I'm driving. I'm in the lane. I am in the lane properly. I'm doing everything fine. No indication, just cuts me the fuck up and I have to slam my brakes on.
Yeah.
And then I honk the horn to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like, fuck you, man. Because you're a man. Fuck you. And it's like, what the fuck? Just be a good driver. Just pay attention to the fucking road. Just don't cut people up. It's not fucking hard. It's not fucking hard. Oh, okay. After dark. After dark. It's the orange glow. It's not actually done that much to change the...
It hasn't.
It's pretty good.
I'm just like Two-Faced now. I'm just, no matter what happens... Even when I can't talk, I'm just totally God, thank God for KD. I'm not stealing a wrestling line there.
No. But I don't think it's. I also want to make sure. I don't think this is something that's an inherently female trait. There are cunt male drivers who do similar things as well. But it's the attitude of like, I'm saying fuck you because you're a man. Yeah, you know, it's like, why does it have to be that?
Well,
why does it have to be fucking? It's like these women.
It's gone too much the other way now. This is the thing where men are just always the enemy. We're always the ones that are in the wrong.
It's like, I'm not in the wrong here. I'm just trying to drive normally.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't say about driving. I don't know too much about that one. From what I've seen, I tell drivers all over the place. Yeah,
it's happened a lot.
I think people in general are just angry. What do you get more like? Does just more females just angry on the road then?
I don't know if it's.
I think you just went 1 sec.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even. I don't know if it's even. How do I describe it? Because again, it's not just women. It's just that it's like that seems to be the reasoning, from what I can tell, of those people when they're trying to sort of get act like they're not a problem. Like, as I say, there's definitely the male version of that. There's the male version where it's like, fuck you, man, I do what I want. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, this is kind of a lot of the point of what I saw earlier, where it's like the problem is now that because it's gone too far of making a point about toxic masculinity for years.
Yeah.
They're now, like boys are kind of like younger kids, for example, younger boys are kind of told that they can't be masculine anymore.
Yeah.
So then they try and stop it, but then women, when they get older, they want a masculine man as well.
Yeah.
So then they
complain. Oh, it's all fucked up.
It's
all fucked up. But what you gotta understand, right, is that actually what masculinity is understanding who you are as a man and trying to behave in a way that would sort of, how do I put it?
I don't think being
that would align with what your morals are. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it is in there. It's in there.
It's okay. It's okay. But the idea is, right, to be a good man, to be a good person in this life, you need to pick a morality. It doesn't even need to be, a specific morality that anyone else has. It doesn't have to be Christianity. It doesn't have to be stoicism. It doesn't have to be fucking nihilism. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, right? It just has to be your choice of what you believe morally. Through your actions, you try and move that forward. That's being a good person, and I think that's important to being a man. Excuse me.
Being a good person is important to being a man. I think being a good person is good.
Important to being anyone.
Yeah.
It is, but like,
I don't think there is any set thing to what a man is supposed to be.
I don't exactly, and I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there is any one thing that makes you a man. I think there are certain things that society we view as more masculine, like honor and integrity and things like that. They're not things that you don't find in women, but they're things that we want to see in our fathers.
Like the idea of the protector, only because that's
exactly
what
the protector, the noble, sacrifice, all this kind of stuff. Those are things that we associate with good men. You know what I mean?
I didn't realise that women can't be drafted to war. Apparently,
I think that's probably going to change in the next one.
You'd have thought.
When it comes to World War III, they'll be like, nah.
You'd get one in there.
Get the fuck in there.
Yeah.
There's too many nuclear bombs going off for us to be fucking shirking half the military force.
Yeah. They can paint. I always think that women can take pain better than men 100%. As well. They literally have kind of been evolved that way.
Yeah.
But
that's why we're all little bitches when we get colds, because the women are like, "What the fuck are you talking about? This is just a sniffle," and we're like, "Yeah,
I've never been a man flu person.
I'm a man flu guy.
I can imagine.
I'm man fluey. man fluey.
Oh my god! It's reminded me of Hong Kong Fluey so hard. Then I hadn't thought about that program for so long.
It's so good, isn't it?
I didn't even think about that when I was searching for cartoons the other week.
Yeah.
That'd have been a great one.
That's a proper old school one.
We have to go back.
That's like fucking Top Cat. Top Cat.
I was never a big fan of Top Cat.
No, neither was I. But it was on, so I watched it.
It was.
I was a kid.
It was on.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's an animated cartoon. I guess I'm watching that. It's that or the fucking Teletubbies, and I'll take this.
You mentioned Superman earlier, didn't you? Apparently, there's been like new test screenings, and it's done really well now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, James Gunn's pretty good at doing that. He's done it a few times with movies. Like he knows how to play the game, where he knows how to sort of take the good notes and sort of play with those, and not sort of ignore the bad notes and shit.
It's decent. It's just, I think I'm just tired of Superman.
I think I'm just tired of superheroes.
No,
I know. You keep saying maybe. I think I am though.
I think you are. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I was so into it for so long, all the way up until Endgame.
Yeah.
And then I tried to keep going after that, and there were a couple where I dipped my toe in. But like even the new Captain America, I was desperate to watch that one. I was like, I'm definitely going to watch that one. I'm going to jump in there. No, I just haven't.
No,
I just don't have it in me to care that much. And there's so many other movies that are coming out at the moment that I'm interested in watching.
Like what? Like what is it now?
Like there's so many good ones on Prime at the moment. There's one called what's it called? Blink Twice. So basically, Channing Tatum plays a billionaire who's got his own island, and he invites these two women to come and sort of stay when he's having a big party with a load of people there, right?
Right.
And they're two journalists who've been sort of writing stories and stuff, and he's interested in meeting them and blah blah blah. Anyway, they get there, and obviously shit starts going weird and wrong, and there's like weird drugs being used and like not necessarily conforming with like normal consent and things like that. Weird shit starts happening, dark shit starts happening, and that looks like a really good film. What else was on there? There's loads. There's fucking loads.
I haven't seen. It's surprising because I just haven't seen any for a while. Like,
I saw
good films that come out.
I saw the Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty fucking good, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean they are what they are, aren't they? Those films.
They're just fucking great fun. Big action films. It's fun, and they literally threw a fucking locomotive off a cliff.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah,
the footage is brilliant.
I am interested. Like I still enjoy watching the Fast and Furious films when they come out.
They're fucking brilliant.
Fast 10 is about to come out on Netflix.
I need to catch up on those. I am far more interested in catching up on the 2 Fast and Furious movies I haven't seen than I am on the like 16 Marvel things I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Even the Daredevil stuff, which looks brilliant. I just don't have the fucking nous to click the button to watch it.
Yeah, that's the problem. I haven't got the mouse.
Yeah, the nous.
Oh, the nous.
Nous. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah. No, fuck.
Actually, I don't know what nous means, so it doesn't make more sense.
No. But it's like just the effort,
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Like, as much as I'm open to it, I haven't bothered for a long time.
Yeah,
but I am still open to doing it. Like, I really wanted. I watched that. I watched a big part of that new Transformers film, the newest one, the Beast one.
Beast Transformer thing. Yeah,
yeah. Because I loved those Beast Transformers when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. The Animorphs, I think it is. So when I watched the film, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Like the first 10 minutes, it's them, and then it's just a normal Transformers film. Like, where the fuck are they gone? And I'm like an hour into a 2-hour film.
Animorphs, though.
And I'm at what?
It's definitely not Animorphs.
That's what I think.
No, Animorphs is a whole different thing. Okay. Animorphs is those books where there's a kid on the cover and they slowly change to an animal in like 3 or 4 frames across the book.
I don't know what that is,
mate,
man.
Search Animorphs. Search Animorphs right now. Search it the fuck right now.
I don't understand what
Animorphs, bro.
Animorphs.
Yeah. There we go, Animorphs book series. Holy shit, they're so
I remember them.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. They were terrible.
They were so bad. It was literally every single book was just about a kid who turned into a different kind of animal or something.
For no reason. For what? Well, I'm sure. Wasn't it like a Power Ranger thing in the end?
Sort of like that. I think they've all got a power thing involved, but like...
I could be a tiger. Ah!
Why?
That's the bad guy there in the top right.
Yeah, this is just so bad. It's so bad.
Do you remember VR Troopers?
What the fuck was VR Troopers?
Because there's so many like Power Ranger type rip-offs.
Oh yeah. Every single time something goes big, everyone else tries to make something exactly like it because that's how it works. And
I see much like Power Rangers, they pay their stars fuck all.
Yep.
Power Rangers were screwed, man, with their contracts. They should never signed them though. At the same time, they were just excited to be famous.
They all got together and said, "We're going to strike, and we're not going to do it unless we all get more pay." And then only 2 of them went into the office and striked, and they just got fired.
Yeah.
It's like the other guys just fucked them over.
Yeah, let me show you VR Troopers. I had toys of these guys.
VR Troopers.
I think it was 3 of them. 2 guys.
Oh my god! I recognise the face, but I've never seen the show.
VR. We are VR.
Oh my God, is that what it was? Oh, Jesus
That was
Christ.
a tune, the theme tune. It was great.
Is it virtual reality?
No.
What does VR stand for?
Well, no, yeah. I mean, it stands for virtual reality.
But they're not in virtual reality.
No. I mean, they're like Power Rangers, look. They're just running around.
Why are they called VR troopers?
Because they got machines instead of dinosaur powers.
That doesn't make it virtual reality. They're still there.
Technically, it should be AR technology. I don't think the people of the 90s understood that, though.
Oh my God. They just thought
they heard VR and they thought
cool.
technology.
Yeah, VR sounds cool.
VR, that's
troopers.
some kind of technological stuff.
It's by Saban as well.
Yeah, I didn't even realise that.
Who made fucking Power Rangers.
I didn't even realise that.
This is obviously them going like, "Oh, we've got this down. We know how to make this shit."
That was only 2 years as well. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
That made an impact on me in those 2 years.
Fucking terrible.
I swear they did a crossover with Power Rangers, and that makes sense now. So yeah. Look, here we go. It's Rangers versus VR Troopers, an extended preview of Boom Studios.
I mean, obviously the Power Rangers are going to win.
Comic.
Obviously they're going to win.
How are they going to win? They're dinosaurs. They ain't got no technological experience.
But the Power Rangers, they've got the fucking Megazord.
Yeah, and they got giant things too, obviously.
Oh, right.
Obviously.
Of course.
It's a Saber, and of course they've got big things. I think they just go big.
They've got people in oversized suits.
I think it might just be that they get big, actually, for them.
Oh, fuck off. No,
I can't remember.
That's awful.
I think so. I think they might get big into like
Let me erect.
There's not even order. I know there's so many more that I can't think of. Power Ranger rip-offs.
Oh, made myself laugh.
That could be a whole fucking thing on its own. I bet you Power Ranger rip-offs. I'm interested now.
There's got to be so many.
Power Rangers was a rip-off as well, I think. But
15 best.
Wow.
That means there's more than 15.
Yeah. So this is movieweb.com.
All right, there you go. Top of the list. Fucking VR troopers.
Fuck off. VR troopers, yeah, we know about them.
God, those suits look horrible to wear.
Oh, what the heck's going on? There's so many adverts.
Yeah. Those suits look genuinely fucking atrocious to wear. Look,
they really do, don't they?
That must have pinched like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh God, you're not wrong actually. Why does it always have to be as well? If it's a black guy, he's a black ranger.
Well, you know why that is. All right, let's not say it, but
yeah,
we all know why it is.
Because I swear he is. Yeah, JB Reese, I swear that's him.
Ultraman, of course.
I don't know about that one myself. But
it's a weird one.
It's not, as a franchise, it's not. Okay, and what the hell are you putting it on?
Yeah, it's not a fucking rip-off then, is it, you bastard?
Starts off by saying it's not a rip-off.
Voltron,
I've heard of that.
It's more of a, yeah.
Oh, that's one.
That
remember
was
them.
Amazing.
Big bad Beetleborgs.
That was so good. Do you remember that shit?
I do remember it.
Which one did you have?
What do you mean?
Which one of the fucking toys did you have?
Oh, I didn't have one of the toys.
Are you fucking kidding me? I had the blue one. My brother had the green one.
Oh my God! Is the red Wonder Woman by any chance?
What?
Is the red Wonder Woman by any chance?
Was, yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go. They have to have one in there.
Yeah.
Who was it? The Beetleborgs had to turn to the comics to defeat him. Big Bad Beetleborgs was unique as it focused more heavily on sitcom elements.
Nice.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay.
Tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly
Hills.
Hills.
What the hell is
What
this?
in the absolute bollocks is that?
What was that? Tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
They've got to be tattooed though. That's
They don't even look tattooed though.
This is an attempt to cross fucking Power Rangers shit with the name of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what it feels like.
You're not wrong actually. and
it has the charm of neither.
Those costumes, look at them, man. They look like they've come from a sex party.
It's worse. They look like they've come from an 80s exercise video.
That turned into a sex party.
But not
a good one.
And they're all wearing masks because they're absolutely ashamed of what they've just done to each other.
But they're together because they were told to leave the sex party. So they're forming this group.
Yeah, because they're like, you guys, you're weird. Get out.
And they think everyone else is weird. Yeah. They got to fight crime because everyone else is crime to them now.
Yeah, now they're going to go jizz on crime.
Mm-hmm. Don't know how, because look, it's all one suit. God knows how you'd have sex in those things.
The only person who can get their fucking trousers down is the woman in the green.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually, you know. Now, look at those boots with the shorts and that. The yellow one.
Why are the men's shorts so tight and
It's
short?
crazy. And amazing. I want to know about this. So, it didn't last more than one season.
No, of course not.
It took various
Of course
cues
it fucking didn't. Are you kidding me?
The Blob is attempting to protect power portals from Emperor Gorganus.
Gorganus.
What Blob? It followed 14 drafted by alien guardian named Nimbar. Okay, that's the Blob.
That's brilliant.
Okay, I don't want to know anymore. Masked Rider and no, I don't. Actually, I recognise him. The one on the left,
the beetly looking.
Yeah,
I've only seen him in memes and shit. I've never actually seen the. And that looks more like it's trying to do a sort of Batman type shit. You know what I mean? They're both on motorbikes. There's one who's like slightly.
I don't know. That looks very Power Rangers to me, to be honest.
Yeah, but look at the side bits. That's definitely Batman.
Yeah, the
that's 100%. Yeah. That's a cross between Batman and fucking Judge Dredd. Is that look?
Which ironically looks kind of like Power Rangers, though.
It does a bit, yeah.
Oh wait, what? It's even set in the same universe as the Power Rangers canon.
You fucking what?
Oh, it's a spin-off. That's why he's been in the fucking series. That's why.
That means it's not a fucking. It's not a
rip-off.
A rip-off. It's a spin-off. It's a.
That looks like a
this
rip-off.
list is shit.
Mini-Force. This looks like a rip-off.
This looks like a game.
2014
3D animated superhero show. Right,
yeah.
So
Korea.
This is a straight up fucking rip-off.
This is a straight up.
That is 100% a rip-off.
It's several seasons with different themes, including cars and dinosaurs, and
they couldn't even be bothered to do the same amount of colours.
Yeah, they got bored.
Yeah. It's like I can only be bothered to do like 3 reskins here.
Why is the yellow one so much bigger than everyone?
Because he's got that BDE.
He's big,
he's
man.
Got the BDE, bro.
He does. Although he looks like he got.
Actually,
nothing,
I think he's got the tiny one, and actually the blue guy's got the BDE.
Probably, yeah. Look even smaller on him as well.
Yeah. Red guy's got nothing.
Maybe they've all got Mini-Force.
Maybe. Pink is obviously the girl.
South Korea, I don't know.
Yeah, you might be right.
Mystic Knights of Tiananog.
Oh my god, this looks like my new favourite show.
Suffered from low production quality and rushed design work, with companies
shit.
hoping to churn out something that could match the popularity of Power Rangers. Shockingly, this didn't. Then.
Oh, what a shame!
It only aired for 50 episodes.
And also, I'm sorry if you're not matching the fucking production quality of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, guys!
They stole most of it. It was from something else, wasn't it? So this looks like it's a Thai version now. It's on Thai Channel 3. Squadron Sport Rangers.
I mean, obviously, Thai are going to do their own version.
Like, that's even worse. Okay, same kind of. That's definitely just a rip-off.
Powerful mechs, yeah.
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. What the hell?
We just steal from everything.
1966.
Well, again, it's not a fucking rip-off.
I think, to be fair, I think he ripped off them. If anything, then. Yeah, Van Perez.
What the fuck is that?
It's a truly bizarre concept, but very few can be claimed as weird as Van Perez. Seemingly combining Transformers, Power Rangers, and Dracula, the series featured the same dated 3D animation that made Beast Wars famous. Fucking awesome.
Similar. It did look similar. Look at that fucking picture again.
It really does.
That is classic.
Its uniqueness is cemented in mind. The fan with funny, over the top humor. I don't care. What the hell? You just threw me back up a load.
Yeah, load. That's cool.
What the heck was that? Los Luchadors. Oh my god.
Oh no.
That is horrendous.
We all know what this show's like.
Wow.
We don't need to talk about this anymore. We've seen it.
I feel like that's a fucking insult to me, the wrestling fan. I'm not gonna lie.
We've already seen this. It's fine. We don't need to talk about that anymore. We know exactly what that show's
What was that
about.
then? Super.
Oh my god, it's gone. Oh, Mummy's Alive. What the fuck?
We missed that one.
It keeps showing us new ones.
Mummy's Alive.
I do actually remember that.
Really?
I remember that show. I remember watching that show. It was awful.
Entombed alive, Scarab returns to life and begins to hunt Prezi to acquire Raps's spirit. Wow, that sounds horrendous already.
Yep, the only thing standing in his way are 4 mummies.
Oh my damn. Lost Luchadors, I don't even want to, like we said, I don't want to even know what that's about. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
I mean, that looks like it's a knowing ripoff. You know, that knows what it's doing.
It doesn't look like Power Rangers, man. It looks
and
like
it's
more
monkeys. This knows exactly what it's doing.
I don't think that's Power Rangers. That looks more like but there was something
well,
like
they're
that.
obviously doing something related to Power Rangers because of the colours, but it's like that's got more layers to it than just that. It's doing something. That, however,
this is a Kiba Ranger. I'm guessing Japanese.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Unofficial Sentai Akiba Ranger rides that line brilliantly, and how much of the original Super Sentai series follows Japanese otaku, one of whom loves Super Sentais, are given super suits by scientists to protect Apihara from otaku enemies known as Stemza Otsu Corporation.
Jesus Christ.
The trio went into a shared daydream called the Delusion World to battle these evil forces, but they are surprised when the monsters begin arriving in the real world, and they can even access the powers there as well.
Oh, fuck off.
What the hell?
This is just someone's fucking self-masturbation. This doesn't count.
It's made Super Sentai for almost 50
It's
years.
made by Toei. Fuck. All right.
By who?
Toei.
Who's that?
They're like one of the main, I think they're like a toy manufacturer who are involved in stuff.
Oh, okay. She's gonna turn that damn telly up again. Look at that.
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
I'm not surprised that there's so many goddamn Power Ranger ripoffs, to be honest. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I mean, no, but I never got the Power Rangers thing.
Really?
It was never that big for me. I loved it when I was a kid, but I never sort of followed on with it. There were loads of people I knew who for some reason followed on with it.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah. That is
well, how
weird.
much? Because I followed a few series after, but then it's still going now. I think.
Yeah.
It's still following. That's weird. That's almost as weird as.
They're talking about doing another fucking shot at a live action big budget movie of it.
I'd be down for that though.
I mean,
I enjoyed the last one that they did. I didn't think it was bad.
I didn't watch it.
No,
it looked like it was trying to be too serious, and I don't give a fuck.
When you watched it, it didn't really give up too much of that vibe, but the trailer really did.
Yeah. That might be part of the problem because at the time everything was trying to be super fucking serious, wasn't it? That was the tone of the time.
Yeah, I remember it being alright. I remember not being highly disappointed with it, but it still wasn't like a Power Rangers. It still wouldn't have been my way of doing Power Rangers if you were going to do it.
Yeah, how would you do it though?
That's the question.
It's Power Rangers.
More in line with Marvel, I guess, that kind of style.
Yeah, but even
light-hearted.
Then,
you'd have to do it for a bit, maybe for an older audience because people grew up on it though.
Yeah, but then you're
not 12, not like 15, but like 12A.
Yeah, but then you're sort of fighting upstream as well because then you've got to have it sell to kids, and kids are the main fucking people who are going to buy the toys, and the toys are where you're going to make most of your money. And...
Yeah. Probably just not really worth it, to be honest.
No, it's not.
But apparently they're going to do it.
You're going to give it a shot.
Cool. I'm guessing it's not a follow-on from the last one then.
No,
because
they're just going fresh from the start again. I think
it can be done, and that's the thing. It could definitely be done with some of the films that have been made. Like even if you give it a kind of funky, a kind of Ragnarok tone.
Funky Gold Medina.
I don't know. I was going to say a funky tone.
Yeah,
like a funky Ragnarok tone.
Funky Gold Medina.
I don't know what that means.
It's a song.
I learned more about Madeleine McCann stuff.
Oh right, okay.
Because
did they definitely do it now? Then have we flipped again?
I think I already kind of thought they had done it.
Right.
I can't remember my opinion's changed so much on it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot more things. It's there's some the company they've got, the Fine Madeleine McCann company, Jerry and Case.
Yeah.
It's not a charity; it's a limited company. But there's reasons for that because of tax stuff anyway. But out of the 4 million they've raised, what percentage do you think they've actually used to look for Maddie?
40 quid. I reckon they put an advert out.
13%. 20 at most if you look at fees with media stuff.
Yeah, that's...
To me, it kind of feels like they got the fund together ready to defend themselves.
A little bit.
There's so many little things I didn't know about as well though, like the fact that they bleached her toy hours after she
they bleached parts of the car as well.
Yeah. They aired it out because part of the family said it smelled as well in there.
Right.
They left it out. He changed the carpet and stuff. There's just a lot of things.
Yeah.
And there was more about.
Yeah, I just swear the last time it was no, it definitely wasn't that because of all this evidence. And now we're no, definitely was because of all this evidence.
I mean, I don't really see what else it could be at this point, though.
No.
But I also kind of think there might be a possibility they took the wrong kid as well. I think they might have got somebody to come and take the kid, and they took the wrong kid.
They wanted one of the shit kids gone.
Oh, because she apparently went out saying something they fucking took Maddie, or they took Maddie, when like as soon as she walked in and she wasn't there, she walks to her running over to them saying they took Maddie. And it was like a weird thing to say because surely at that point you'd be like, just where is Maddie?
Yeah.
Like, but like they're terrible parents anyway because they were just getting drunk and leaving all the doors open
and drugging their kids.
And definitely drugging their kids.
Yeah.
100% drugging their kids.
You're shit parents.
Oh, horrendous parents.
You're shit parents. Sorry, like you're fucking shit parents.
They are terrible.
Yeah.
The fact that their kids were left to them afterwards is. I didn't know as well. Did you know what Kate specifically is, Dr. Wise? Her speciality? She said that she's an anaesthetist. Oh, fuck. I didn't know that either. And 2 days after Maddie disappeared, they went for a tennis match.
Yeah.
To play tennis. I understand the running, but the tennis is weird. Yeah. That's very weird. I probably did know these at one point and I just forgot them completely.
Yeah.
And it's just
they have not at any point behaved normally.
There's no real. I will totally take that there's no normal way to behave when it comes to
losing a kid.
Yeah, but there's definitely weird things
things
do.
You can do.
Yeah, things that don't make sense. Like if your kid's just disappeared, why would one of the first things you do is destroy the only thing that you've got near that smells of her?
Yeah,
like cover it in bleach.
Oh, and let's bleach the entire car as well.
And there was a blood and cadaver dogs that alerted in the hotel, in the room. And the woman upstairs as well said that she heard like a kid screaming the night before for like an hour and a half, which would prove why they would then drug them to keep them quiet. Yeah. And then because people say like why would she do that? She's a doctor and they know the risk. And it's like they'd be more confident to do it.
Yeah, because I know the amount to give.
Exactly. She's an anaesthetist as well.
She knows.
A sociopath when it looks of it.
Yeah, it seems like it. Well, if you're going to do that to your own kids, you're just going to fucking leave them drugged in a hotel room. Yeah, you're a bit of a sociopath. Sorry, again, you are.
No, I'm not sorry, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy that, like, it's just, nothing's happened with it, though, at all.
Yeah.
Like, there was the one person that they had, but it seems there's no actual evidence for it at all.
Right.
I don't know why I've been on a proper, like, true crime binge again lately. I was going to do it.
Because why the fuck not?
Yeah, I was going to do a true crime one for this because there's a story of like these two crazy twins.
Ooh.
They kind of met up, like they're Swedish, but they were living in like different parts of the country.
Twins.
Living in different parts of the different countries. Sorry, they met up in London or something.
Right.
And then just went crazy. They were seen walking down the road, motorway, and one got run over. And then when the police come and start trying to calm them down, they go crazy again after talking to them for a bit. The one runs out into the road and gets ploughed down by a big truck. It drags her along and like she compound fractures both her legs. So she's done from that point.
Jesus.
But then the other one starts going crazy. Like the police and that all like group of them. It's all on video because it was following a motorway. Those kind of motorway things.
Yeah.
The cop shows.
Yeah.
There was one of them going at the time. So this all plays out on video. And then the other woman is trying to get away then, throws a policeman down. Like they were saying that she's so strong that she must be on drugs or some shit. Yeah. And she manages to run off and get run over too.
What is it with these bitches and getting run over?
She gets like taken to the hospital though and gets released in like 5 hours or something. And then gets arrested. No, she gets arrested later because she gets invited to a house and kills someone. And it's just what they did drug tests and stuff that there was no drugs in the system.
What the fuck?
It's so weird. There's not really any more information other than that. That's the thing. It's kind of apart from
did these motherfuckers come across the Scarecrow from Batman or something?
God knows, man.
What the fuck happened here?
And just the fact, they had kids. They were fine afterwards as well. Neither of them ever like tried to do something like it again.
Did Darren Brown try and do a show and it went really badly wrong?
Some people try and say
what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and make these two twins act like they're psychopaths. Now, we've got to do this very carefully. We've got to make sure that we've got all of the equipment nearby to make sure that where have they gone? Where did they go?
There was something about.
I would love it if that was the fucking case, man.
There was something about because they spend a lot of time in America or something. Basically, that people are like, are they been MK Ultra'd? Because they are going to have these like kill switches put in. There was so much things done to like twins, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll see if I can find a thing for you though.
Someone just happened to say the activation phrase.
Yeah. Swedish.
Wow, this peppercorn is spicy.
There we go. Look, Swedish twins.
They go fucking great.
M6.
I don't know if I want to see it.
You don't see it. I'm trying to find. The edited that evidence. Let's have a look. Oh no, this is. That's a van. Why include that part? That's so weird.
It's so crazy. I don't get it.
No, this has been this part. Okay, this is part of it. Okay. This is afterward. This is the second sister that's. She's already been run over once at this point, by the way.
Jesus.
Okay, it's not getting.
I've got the picture. I don't need to see more.
As I say, you don't actually see it. Like that's her trying to run into the road that one anyway.
Yeah. No, I get the vibe. It's just fucking what the fuck.
There's no real explanation because afterwards, like neither of them had any. I don't remember now what actually happened to like. Cause I don't think she's still in prison or anything. You know, pretty sure, or how long she served or anything. You know. What were their names again? I did just see it, didn't I? Sabina, I think it's the main one. Oh, there you go. Sabina Eriksson, that was it.
Those are such Swedish names.
Yeah. Sabina. She was the one that did the killing. She was invited into her house.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, shouldn't be on here in general. Okay, so born of Swedish sisters who came national attention in May 2008. They'd been in Ireland before travelling to the UK and boarding a bus for London and Liverpool. Their odd behaviour after exiting the bus at a service station on the M6 motorway caused the driver to not allow them back on board. The two were later seen on the central reservation of the M6 motorway. Highland traffic officer arrived to assist the women. They ran across a busy motorway as captured by a small television crew. Ursula managed to dodge traffic, but Sabina was knocked over. Shortly after police arrived, the women again dashed into the motorway. I was screaming for the police while the police won them as well.
Fucking hell.
Sabina was going to refuse medical aid and attacked the police over which she was arrested.
Stoke-on-Trent. I was literally like this would have happened when I was just moving to in Stoke-on-Trent.
It was local. Yeah, so I remember hearing about it. Some people saying it might have been folly do. Some people think it could have been. But let's see what happened to it. That was killing. She had one of the street circles in town to locate a sister in hospital and carrying a possession of a clear plastic bag. Two local men spotted Sabina while walking their dog, and they invited her in basically.
Bed and breakfast for hotels.
Yeah, took pity on her and offered to take her back to the house. She accepted and relaxed. She just went crazy basically. At one point, she started stabbing the people.
Jesus.
The one guy. I'm just trying to see how long she got. Okay, she pled guilty to manslaughter with diminished responsibility on 2nd of September 2009.
5 victims?
5 times. No, having stabbed her victim 5 times.
5 times.
She's paid back to applying no comment. What did she get then? Low-level call beyond her actions. Aftermath. What? Okay. Sabina was sentenced to 5 years in prison. She was sent to Bronzefield Women's, having spent 439 days in custody before sentencing. Just left her eligible for release in 2011. Yeah, so it's way out by now then, yeah. And I know I think it's the other one. There's something that the guy that I was watching talking about it found her doing some conversion, giving her life to religion.
Right.
And then essentially like a baptism thing where they, rid them of any evil.
There's something weird going on there, isn't there?
It's just very, very strange. It's out of nowhere. They don't even live together. They come together, come to England.
And suddenly go crazy.
Yeah. Both of them. It's just such a weird thing.
It's so strange.
It's why people say, was it an MK Ultra thing where they got They heard something. There was like a kill switch in their heads.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the MK Ultra thing comes into that because I'm not seeing them being in America or anything.
And they don't seem to have any like direct goal for what they're aiming for. They just seem to have gone fucking mental.
Yeah. Liverpool, England. No, say nothing about.
No.
Bonus, Sweden. Had no apparent history of mental health issues or criminal convictions. Oh, Esther was living in the United States while Sabina was living in Ireland. Oh, that's just her though. By 2000, they're all the adults by then, so that doesn't make sense for MK Ultra. It's way late as well.
Yeah, no, that's just a fucking horrible story.
Just weird as hell.
It's just full of horrible shit happening. People getting run over, people going crazy, people killing motherfuckers.
And that face as well.
And that face.
It's a scary face.
It's a scary ass face.
One thing people always seem to say when they see the mugshot is, I reacted exactly like you did. Which I'm guessing is what you reacted to.
There's something wrong there.
Yeah.
Like, visually, there's something wrong there.
Oh, have you heard? This is a total 180 onto a completely different tangent now.
Good.
Fair enough. Xbox, people are worried that the Game Pass is disappearing for some reason.
That's the one thing they make the most of their money from.
Yeah, which I don't, because there's loads of titles being taken off it. Loads of them were Yakuza though, so I don't see why that was such an issue.
There's loads of titles get taken off it, and then they put a load of titles on. That's the thing of Game Pass.
Much coming on lately though. Although I say that though, there was still well, Jedi Survivor. That's a bit technically it's been on for a while.
They keep bringing more stuff on. It's like they tend to do it in sort of monthly or like quarterly big dumps. So like you'll get a month, you'll get these like indie titles. The next month you'll get a few interesting titles with a smattering of indie stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the third one they'll go, and here's our big dick. You know, I mean, it's the way they keep doing it because they don't want to have to spend all of their wad in 1 month. They know that not everyone's going to play all of those games in that first 2 or 3 months. They're giving people time to sort of play through the catalogue and then they'll get more stuff on. If it disappears entirely, they'll lose a huge amount of the people who play their games because
you'd afford so.
People love Game Pass.
Yeah, so I didn't understand it too much. Yeah, it's great, man. Especially the cloud stuff and that now. The way like they're obviously leaning into that.
Yeah,
it's still on beta, which is the weird thing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, guys, like you're almost there. Let's just call it fucking what it is.
Yeah. Is it really beta at this point?
Yeah, it's working. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fucking fine. Yeah.
The only problem I've ever had is trying to use mouse and keyboard on some games where it says you can, and it just fucks up the entire keyboard layout. It just doesn't understand it.
Yeah, I did try and do it, and it didn't work.
It's a pain in the arse. If you just use a controller, it's just going to be easier for you.
Yeah, I don't understand why someone would ever choose to play a game for keyboard.
Oh, it's so much better if you're doing an FPS.
Yeah.
If you're doing an FPS
it's
in particular,
comfortable.
No, legit. If you're playing an FPS on a PC, you have to play mouse and keyboard because you are so much more accurate, so much quicker.
Yeah,
it's like it turns games from like, you know, a sort of firing 18 rounds to take down an enemy to firing like 2 or 3 with headshots constantly, just bam, 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 bam,
you
bam.
can learn to do that anyway.
Yeah, it's not as smooth.
You'd be proud of me at the moment. I'm playing RoboCop again on the new Game Plus, but I'm like extreme now.
Yeah, nice.
Just because apparently it's not very hard, because I'm built up still.
Yeah, and also you've played the game a little bit. You know what you're doing. Yeah.
It's nice to be able to skip through the cutscenes though, because I just don't care most of the time.
Blah.
I mean, I am not a machine.
You are though.
Yeah, like you literally are.
You literally are a machine.
Well, it's a cyborg, I guess, though.
Well, yeah, but if you take away the machine, he's dead.
He is definitely dead.
So
he is like a face and a heart, isn't he, or something like that?
He's basically a machine.
Yeah. During the first time, I was trying to be all good guy, like you do.
Yeah.
And the second time, I'm just being a dick to everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Like, fuck you. I smash you up. Pow, pow.
Yeah,
is this what you wanted to see?
You've always got to do the 2 extremes on your first 2 playthroughs of any game if they give you options. Like, because everyone most of the time will pick to be the relatively nice guy at the start. You might have 1 or 2 where you're like, I just don't like this character. Fuck him. Like, you know what I mean? But
may have voted this time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fuck the city up even more than it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it fucked up.
Keep it fucked up because you like that shit.
You know, at the end, for no reason of that game, it's all done, and then I'm just like, you know what? Just for the fuck of it, go and fight RoboCop 2. Which I think it's on the film, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, just go and do it.
Just do that.
Oh, okay.
All right, sweet.
No real. Oh no, there is a rhyme and reason technically, actually, but it's just shoehorned in. I just wanted a reason for you to fight him, I think.
I mean, that's fair. It's a cool boss fight.
Yes, I was tired by that point. I was like, man, I've already killed so much.
Yeah.
It's going to be even harder on the next one.
Yeah.
I managed to kill him in one go, but without having to redo it. But it probably won't work the second time.
One game that I really want to play through again is the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games.
Oh yeah.
They're so fun with the Nemesis system shit. Did you in the second game, right?
I remember the second one being a lot better.
Yeah, in the second one you could shame an orc. So like you could beat it down, and then you'd shame it, and it would take down its power level and stuff. And you could do it so many times that it would go fucking insane.
I think they were all on the kind of, you had them like gridded up, didn't they? Like kind of on the walls, and you could change the positions.
You could kill them permanently if you wanted to, or like if you got sort of a rapport going with one of them, it would like turn them into your nemesis, and it would keep bringing them back. And this one that I just bitch slapped into mind melting like insanity was the one that it picked as my nemesis. And it was, even though it was like level 0, it was impossible to fight because it was just insane and doing all these weird things. What the fuck is? Oh god! Oh Jesus! Oh what the fuck? It's like I'd made a rod from my own back. I'd literally made my own Joker.
And cool though.
It's really good.
I gotta like that, like being able to do that level of shit. I found out my next playthrough of Robocop about meaning to. I've accidentally just like I was thinking when I was doing it, I was like, I'm going to 100% it this time because I got myself to tell me where the things are.
Yeah.
Apparently not, and I missed a load of things. I'm already fucked that up.
Oh.
Can
you not go back?
Not really.
Oh. I hate that in a game. Don't have collectibles in a game if I can't go back.
No, you can't go back and like. Yeah. At the same time, people complain about open world stuff, so that takes it away because it's not an open world. It's the same area you go to, the city. You go there at different times, so there is open world aspects to it.
Right.
But it's not an open world game. It's still a linear game.
Yeah.
Because you're forced then into the police station. You're forced then over there.
Yeah, there's certain amount of side stuff you can do between missions, but the missions will move the story on.
And everything is kind of around the same area, apart from something at the end.
Yeah.
But it's like it's all. You're in this like area, but then you'll go into buildings, or you'll go like to this other big area that suddenly appears.
Yeah,
so you are technically in the city, and it's not a huge area, but it's not open world. It's weird. It's a kind of cool little mix.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I prefer it.
A bit like the Indiana Jones one.
Kind of more like that.
Yeah,
because I think that's got kind of time things as well. Hasn't it?
I mean, it changes location more than this one probably does because it's got a bigger budget, but.
Yeah, you can see that, to be fair. I think for what they did, though, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, those guys have been fucking killing it on this front. I mean, I just can't wait to see what else they fucking do. There's so many options for, little franchises they could turn into great little FPSs.
Yeah.
They should do a Punisher game.
That would be good.
That would be fucking rad.
That would be cool.
Fuck.
The only problem is now that that's like tied in with all the Marvel stuff. So would they want to go full gore like you'd want them to? In a game, they might do.
I think they might be able to because, like,
they could.
Yeah, Marvel are open to having like different versions of stuff. You'd have to have it be an 18. You'd have to have it be a fucking proper brutal game. You'd have to have like Gears of War level gore where you can like jib an entire person with a grenade.
Unlike RoboCop, you can kind of adjust the level of gore you want.
That's good.
So that's one way you could get around it, But then certain animations, like if you're ripping people in half, then there's not really much you can do about that.
Yeah.
Which I kind of want that for Punisher. Yeah, for Punisher, it should be a full-on like.
It should be.
It can't be an 18. They wouldn't do that.
What they should do? They should do the Franken Castle thing, where they turn Frank Castle into a Frankenstein. He's like dead, and they sort of reanimate him and stuff, and he's like got like fights all sort of werewolves. And shit. That'd be fucking rad as hell.
That would actually be quite cool.
I would play the fuck out of that game.
That would be a much cooler way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen all the other Punisher versions. What about this motherfucker? He's got the ability to come back from the dead, so you've actually got a reason for him to like regenerate and get health back and stuff in a like way that makes sense.
Yeah,
He's not just going to sort of pick up a med pack. He's going to sort of.
Yeah, that never makes sense.
Oh, he'd have to electrocute himself to get health back.
It's basically
that's the way you
crank,
do
isn't it?
Yeah.
A mixture of Punisher and Crank.
Mixture of Punisher and Crank and fucking Frankenstein. That is the fucking perfect game.
You know, Jason Statham said he wants to come back for Crank for another one.
I would love to see
Only if they're able to
raise the level
again.
one more. How do you raise the level?
That's what he said.
I don't know how.
Raise
the fucking level on that.
Give it time until he, he's dropped down, not getting as many offers. That's when he'll do it.
Yeah.
Because the woman's
fair,
not anything.
I fucking rate their Ghost Rider movie, Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. That was directed by the guys who made Crank.
That's the second one.
Yeah. And in that one, they've got like some of the cinematography is fantastic, and some of the shit they do is so badass.
The one who's pissing off the back of the truck.
Yeah, and that's one as well where he's literally he's turned one of those giant mining machines, the bucket machine things, whatever it is, into a Ghost Rider machine, so it's just spitting fire and churning people up.
I don't think I ever actually watched it.
It's a good movie.
I don't think I ever did.
And they got some of the shots by having Nicolas Cage ride a fucking motorbike. Like, they did the CGI in it afterwards, and that kind of stuff, obviously. But they're holding onto the fucking back of the motorbike with a skateboard, the director, with a handheld camera getting the shot. Because these guys
are so not needed.
They're so fucking mad, though. And they got it done on a fucking shoestring budget.
Yeah, they must have done in that case.
They're so good at what they do, man.
That's the kind of people that you'd imagine directors would like. The companies would like.
Fuck yeah.
But apparently not, though, because they always go for the people that want it. Because more money means better.
Yeah.
In cinema nowadays.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue it because when they don't spend money, you get things like a lady and a penis.
Penis and vagina. What would you
woman.
like to know, madame?
I want to know it all. What is the protocol? It's a fucking great. No, I want about it. That's a great bit of cinema, actually. That's going to go down in history.
Right up
surely
with
that must have got
sound of fucking music.
Surely that's got to be all over like the next Razzies.
Yeah, you'd fucking hope so.
It would have to be.
What an awful fucking pile of shit. Jesus Christ.
I couldn't imagine watching the whole film.
I can't imagine.
I couldn't do it.
No.
I really don't think I could do it.
It would piss me off.
Mhm.
I just that one song alone, I'd be waiting for it to happen.
That's quite
and then
early.
after it happened, I'd be doing nothing but churning over how much I hated that song.
But there's a lot more like it, apparently.
Until another song that I fucking hated turned up.
And they use AI to make the voices sound better in it.
Of course they fucking did, because none of them can fucking sing.
WWE got caught using AI stuff yesterday.
Oh, did they?
But this new, it kind of made sense though, because they had this American guy who went off to figure out how to beat luchadors.
Yeah,
has come back, and yesterday was like, I got the sniffles, I can't wrestle. Oh, but this new guy who's appearing tonight can. El Grande Americano.
What?
It's just him in a fucking luchador mask.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
But they created some whole video, of him being a luchador in the black and white time,
right.
And he was shunned out, and now he's making a grand return.
And it was all in VR, was it?
It was like AI because it was
AI,
made to look all black and white and all that stuff. Yeah. It's just stupid. It was just stupid all around, but so entertaining.
It's.
I was
very for that shit because it's going to be used more and more.
At that point, though, I was very sports entertained, so I was happy.
There's rumours going around at the moment. I mean, we talked about it on our last AI roundup with Tyler Perry not building an entire fucking, studio because he's like, actually, we can just make backdrops with AI and shit, and we don't have to worry about going somewhere and doing shit.
Yeah.
And apparently, there's loads and loads of people who are getting more and more worried about it because there's a video somewhere out there which is like a demonstration, and it's called "None of This Is Real," and it's just literally all AI actors. AI shots, everything AI generated, but it's almost impossible to tell the difference.
Have a little look, see if we can find one.
See if we can find it, yeah.
And,
search latest AI actor video.
Look at the video now. That's AI apparently. That's this ad. That's another ad. It's all fucking ads.
So many fucking ads.
Video. Live place actors, one-way general video to video. Oh, that doesn't really. That's more like AR, isn't it? Though.
Yeah. No, I don't think this is. I think it's like an industry thing that people have seen.
Yeah. I mean, you can see some of these though. Look here, like, but it's not the talking and all that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I've seen like backdrops and all that kind of stuff. Really good stuff, like like far off shots and all that, where you wouldn't be able to tell anything.
Yeah.
Although it does seem to have a thing though, which is what caught WWE out, is that they seem to have a finger by giving you an extra finger.
Oh yeah, they can't figure the hands out for shit.
What the hell?
What is it with AI and not understanding how hands work?
Is it because, to be fair, they always say that people hands are the hardest thing to draw. I wonder if so many pictures of terribly drawn hands out there on the internet that is just confused AI.
Yeah, no, you might be right.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to work.
And it's probably like some of the most viewed images because they're funny.
Yeah. Or like, like if Picasso's in there, fucks everything up.
Yeah, you can't trust that motherfucker when he tells you a shape is a shape.
You can't.
It's completely not that shape.
I'm not even going to get into Dali.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Do love me some fucking Dali.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
So you love
a melted clock? Yes, please.
For some reason, that was a picture that stuck in my head as young. Probably because it was a Simpsons one.
Yeah, they did do a bit on the Simpsons. Yeah. Simpsons was quite highbrow.
It can. I learned so much, growing up from Simpsons and different shows.
In comparison to, say, Family Guy.
Well, you learn a lot from Family Guy too.
I've learned a fair bit from Family Guy, but I learn things from Family Guy that are more like
conspiracy based.
Well, not even that. Just sort of
there is a lot of that
tangential bits of information. Like at one point, I did a pub quiz, and one of the answers was the Exxon Valdez. And it's the oil tanker that spilt a load of oil in the 90s.
Oh, right, okay.
And the only reason I knew the name was because of fucking Family Guy. And they did a joke about the Exxon Valdez.
It doesn't matter how he gets up there.
Yeah.
As long as it's up there.
And after that, I then rewatched Waterworld and found out that the tanker that fucking, what's his face? Dennis Hopper is running his, jet skis out of.
I'm confused about that whole sentence, but okay.
Right. That's the Exxon Valdez. Have you ever seen Waterworld?
I think I have, yeah. But I don't know that part.
Dennis Hopper's the bad guy.
Okay.
And he's got all of the guys who are using jet skis and stuff to round up stuff at the start.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, mate, you got to watch that movie again.
I don't. I really don't.
You fucking do. It's Waterworld Mad Max. It's brilliant.
It's just stupid.
It's brilliant.
If I was in
Kevin
that world,
Costner has got gills.
Gills. I can't remember that.
Kevin Costner's got gills, mate.
I mean, it's okay for him then.
That's how he gets the dirt.
He can go anywhere.
They all think he's going to get the dirt from out there on the land, and he's like, "Nah, swim for it, mate."
But I say, wouldn't have noticed that it was wet?
No, because he dries it out, doesn't he?
How the fuck does he dry out dirt?
He's on a boat.
Okay.
He's on a boat in the sun.
Oh, is it very sunny?
It just dry.
Is it very sunny? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's on the sand, the sea, and there's sun.
Well, isn't the whole world sea? Isn't that
the whole world sea? Apart from the top of Everest, which they find at the end.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they land on that, and they're like, "Oh, it's weird standing on here. I feel sick. I haven't got my land legs yet."
There's so much wrong with that. It's not like they'd even be at a different altitude either. They're at the same fucking altitude, surely.
No. It's you get your sea legs because when you're on.
Oh yeah, I understand the concept. Yeah. I just don't think it's correct.
There's that bit in Rick and Morty where he goes, "Hey, do you want to experience true level?" And he flattens out a particular piece of ground perfectly, and then Morty stands on it. He's like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God!" It's so good to be perfectly level, and then he takes him off and he's like, "Lambs to the cosmic slaughter!"
What the fuck?
Yeah, that shit.
I've never been that much of a fan of Rick and Morty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
other than Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick was fun.
That was fucking amazing.
That was a great episode.
It's one of the best bits of cinema I've ever seen.
Cinema.
I think it's up there with Citizen Kane.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Citizen Kane?
I don't need to.
You don't need to. We already know.
I see Pickle Rick. I don't need to. It's like the same level.
Yeah.
I think I got a question right about Citizen Kane the other day.
All right.
What was the name of the sled or something?
Rosebud.
At the beginning. Yeah, Rosebud.
Yeah.
Because I thought there was something at the end where it gets revealed, but apparently I was wrong, and I just remember there was something about Rosebud at the end of that film.
Yeah.
But apparently I completely got it wrong, and it's the beginning of the film.
Yeah, he says Rosebud at the beginning of the film, but you don't know what it's referring to, and then at the end you find out it's referring to like a fucking sleigh that he had when he was a kid.
Oh, okay. So I was right in some manner then. Yeah, I just knew Rosebud. That's all I went for. We're watching a lot of Jeopardy. And it bothers.
Why?
I don't, because it's a quiz show and I like quiz shows, but it really annoys me how relaxed Stephen Fry is about it.
Yeah.
If they don't say the question right, it shouldn't count.
Yeah.
If they don't say what is or whatever, it's not the correct answer, and he's too lenient with them. He's like, they're like, what is a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. He should have said, nope, sorry, next person.
He needs to start slapping them.
Yeah.
That's what I
feel
like.
Just full body Stephen Fry slap. Just jump out of his fucking shoes. Pop.
I think he could do it.
I reckon he could do it.
It feels to me like he's got some anger tucked away that, he can get down to.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. 100%.
So, yeah. I saw him with Beef Vendetta. Yeah. I swear he did something violent in that. No, I think he just had a lot of paintings.
Yeah, he had a lot of gay paintings.
Yeah. Well, I think he just had paintings as well in general.
Gay paintings?
Yeah, but paintings in general I think were illegal.
Oh, right.
I don't think they were all gay paintings, to be honest.
Most of them were gay paintings.
Well, to be fair, he did a lot of
gay paintings.
Yeah. That kind of stands out. I can imagine Stephen Fry being like that.
I reckon Stephen Fry's got a little room full of gay paintings.
Yeah, dirty dog. He's got his own little red room.
Dirty dog.
Yeah, I can imagine Stephen Fry being
to the masturbatorium.
Nah, he's like at the parties, man. He like hosts the parties.
Oh yeah, yes, come in. Look at all my dong pictures.
He's standing there in like just a banana hammock.
I mean, fair.
Or a what is it? Mankini. I can imagine him sporting one of them.
Yeah.
It must be so uncomfortable.
They look horrible.
It was so uncomfortable though.
So many people wore them.
Yeah,
going out for Halloween for so many years. It's like you must be freezing, mate.
I would never do that. Like over something, sure.
Yeah.
I'd like get a big hairy suit and then put a mankini over that.
Yeah, Sasquatch in a mankini.
Yeah. And then they're like, without the head though, and they'll be like, yo, who are you? And they'll be like, isn't it obvious? I'm Robin Williams in a mankini.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, bro. Look at me.
That's what I think Bigfoot sightings were mostly.
Robin Williams.
Camping.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And he
that dude was motherfucking hairy.
I can't even imagine what his dad must have looked like as well.
Yeah.
There's probably a whole family of them.
Yeah.
There were those people back in the well, not back in. I think I saw them like on those Ripley's Believe It or Not things. They've got that werewolf thing where they grow hair all over the face.
Yeah.
What if they're a big person, like the Long Island serial killer guy?
Yeah.
Big dude. What if he is like that, going camping, and he went skinny dipping, but he was like, oh no, I lost my clothes. So then he's walking back, striding, trying to get there quick. Someone's like, oh look, it's Bigfoot, take a photo. And he's like, yo, I'm naked. That's why he turns around.
Yeah.
He carries on walking. Fucking idiots.
Fucking
Bigfoot.
At least I've got so much bush you can't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thick layer.
No, there was a thick layer, but we've seen Robin Williams.
I reckon he could have hit his hog.
What? Oh, Robin Williams.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying is that's him. Probably shaving a bit down because he's a movie star. He's got to keep that. He can't have hair all over his face.
Yeah.
His dad looks like a werewolf back in the wherever they come from.
Wherever they come from.
I don't know where they're from. Probably a fucking forest somewhere from the sounds of it.
He's fucking Peter Pan from his own movie.
From Neverland.
Yeah.
Or like Bert Kreischer.
Fuck happened there? You hungry, mate?
I don't feel that hungry, but apparently I am. I ate a lot of rice earlier.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Maybe I'm digesting it, to be fair.
That could be.
As I get old. I think that's the thing for a guy. As you get older, you hear noises you haven't heard before.
So many.
It's true.
Yeah. I'll just be sitting there and Matilda will hear my stomach do something. And sometimes I won't even really notice it have happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to it just doing shit now. Yeah. And she's like, was that your stomach? I was like, what? Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Most definitely. Because she's younger as well, ain't she?
Yeah.
She's not falling apart as much.
Yeah, she's not falling apart as much yet.
See, that's why you go after the 15-year-olds. Well done, then, Nate.
Fuck off. Yeah, I don't go that low.
Yeah, I mean, you probably start falling apart. I don't know. To be fair, I think you start falling apart like even younger anyway, like 24, 20. Probably at 24, you start falling apart. Technically, isn't it?
Yeah, about that. I mean, to be fair, that is when I started falling apart. Sorry, I got an itch.
You're not supposed to feel it as much until you get to like your 30s.
I didn't start.
You're not
really
developing
feeling
anymore
it.
after that.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit of an advancement on the feeling it just because of the fucking tearing my ACL shit.
I think you say tearing your anus.
No, well, that as well. But like tearing my ACL was a fucking bitch, and I was like, all right, okay, yeah. So this is what it's like to feel like an old man. You can't walk anywhere, you can't do anything, everything hurts. Like,
but I get painkillers.
Yeah, the painkillers aren't that good.
Yeah, they never give you the good shit. That's the problem.
Nah, they don't.
Yeah, they expect you to pay out your own damn pocket.
Yeah.
NHS, man, what is wrong with you? That's what I want to do for the NHS. I'm going to complain about this country again.
Okay, let's do it. I'm down. I'm fucking down.
You know what? I think that one of the things that bothers me most about it, though.
Yeah.
Because I think we're all quite used to not having money and stuff being shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're quite as used to the rest of the world making fun of us.
Yeah. And now they've noticed.
Yeah.
They've all noticed how shit it is over here.
And we
are the butt of the joke.
And the first thing is, they kind of noticed it before most people here have.
Yeah. That's even worse.
We like Turkey.
When people are making jokes about you and you haven't even made them yourself. That was always our best bit about being in the UK. We were self-deprecating. We always got to the jokes before anyone else did.
Yeah.
And now they are.
You can't make jokes. We're already making them.
Yeah. But now they're making them.
And we can't say shit.
No, because we're too obsessed with everything being shit. It's like, everything's shit. This must be. At least everyone else is going through the same level of shit. Turns out, no. Well, not every other country is going through the same level of shit.
Not the same.
Most countries are going through some shit, but we are deep shit.
We should really have it together a lot more, considering how long we've been around. It's not like we're a new country, one of the oldest ones.
And we don't have fucking freedom of speech sorted out properly yet.
I suppose maybe that's why.
Yeah.
You know what? Because we're such an old country, we've got all these old things ingrained, and it's harder to get out of them.
Yeah. It's the aristocratic bollocks as well. We keep fucking electing people who've never, ever, ever been in a working class environment.
You know what?
In
this
their
is the thing,
entire fucking lives.
We say we keep electing people. We're only given us choices.
That's true.
We can only vote between the choices.
Because they always vote those fuckers to the top of the party.
Yeah, because they're the only ones that ever get to those
fucking parties. So what's the fucking point?
And there's the other ones that try to do it, but it's never big enough, are they?
No.
Reform obviously now is
getting
up
bigger,
steam.
yeah.
But it's going to be
It's a hard sell.
It's going to be. I haven't looked at the numbers yet because I'm sure that the numbers are still going to be bigger for Labour and Tories.
Probably, yeah.
But I just heard that reform's got. But even then, like, who's to say that anything's going to change then? Really,
probably not.
We've heard this we haven't really heard that so much.
Again, like people like to ignore the Nigel Farage thing. He was a banker before he became a politician. The entire time he's been in power, he's been pushing for less red tape and privatising the NHS and shit like that.
Which is actually what Starmer's done.
Yeah, and Starmer's trying to. They're all trying to do it because they all just want us hand over money to their fucking mates and make us all pay for it, whilst giving us no more money to pay for it.
That's one of the most amazing things that's been swept under the rug after the whole benefit stuff. The NHS part has been swept under the rug completely by the benefit announcements after.
Yeah.
Even though that's
they just keep giving us less and less and less services for more and more and more of our money. Because it keeps on increasing our taxes, but we never get a pay rise in comparison. They keep fucking increasing inflation, but we never get a pay rise in comparison. There's so many things that are racing ahead of what we're paying. Rent, on top of all other things. Rent is so fucking astronomically expensive at the moment. Because every fucking place gets snapped up like that. The demand is ridiculous. You cannot get a reasonable place to yourself on a standard salary.
Apparently, there's a lot of people in other countries buying houses here and then renting them out.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's like a big thing.
Yeah, because they can. If you've got enough money to pay for the initial upfront purchase, you can then just have some cunt pay for the mortgage, and you get the money on top. Because that's what they're doing. The mortgage is usually between £300 to £400, and then they're renting the place out for No.
Oh,
legit.
the mortgage, yeah.
And then they're renting the place out for £800, £1,000, and then they're taking that £600 and keeping it.
And that's the
and
people
then
that can't
investing it in another fucking building.
Yeah,
so that building gets bought up as well, and then they buy up another building and another building and another.
And
building,
that's excluding the people that
building.
don't even need to do a mortgage to buy it, to buy it straight out.
And that means that no one can buy a fucking house normally, because all of the houses that get built are immediately bought up by people who own all the fucking houses.
Yeah, I've heard
you
that
have
people
to
complain
fucking
about
rent,
this,
and you have to pay these ridiculous fucking prices, and it's just beyond insane at this point.
It is. Like, I honestly don't. I just don't get what the country's doing.
No.
I don't know. Apparently, I didn't realise that Labour were Tories as well. That was news to me.
They are so Tories.
Because this is such a Tory thing.
They're crinkle cut Tories as opposed to the standard cut.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh, man. I don't know how it fucking happened.
No.
We need to be more like, who is it that's been rioting again lately? I knew. Was it Portugal?
I don't know.
There's been like 7 days of riots.
There's 7 days of riots everywhere. Every so often now.
Because they arrested one of the, the opposing
political parties.
Yeah. Did a Trumpy.
Yeah.
Because I hate hearing that every time he's brought up now about like the he's a president, he's a felon. It's like, yeah, but he's only a felon because of some weird ass charges. The only reason he's a felon, though. Well, yeah. I'm not saying he's a great guy, but that's the only reason he's a felon.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, it's a bit of a weird point to argue.
Technically, it's still a kind of felony. It's technically.
Well, for sure.
It's technically still a felony, though.
It's a stupid felony. It's a felony that never would have happened.
A felony, though.
But from a kangaroo court felony, sure. The most bullshit felony ever.
Okay, yeah. So it's definitely a kangaroo court. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was. It just was. They tried so many different ones, and only one stuck, and it was him paying off a porn star from like 20 years ago. What the fuck's that got to do with anything? Yeah. So silly. That would have never even been brought up.
Actual campaign money to do it. That's the problem.
No, it wasn't. It was 20 years ago.
No.
He didn't use campaign money. He wasn't running for president.
Well, I don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. It's so dumb.
I don't know that.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's not even something that happened during presidency or anything.
I thought it was the payoff happened during the presidency, but the thing happened 20 years
Not
ago.
from what I knew.
I don't know.
It's silly all round anyway. I think the nightlight's just come on the telly. Look, it's just gone.
It's just
gone
it was on orange. Yeah.
I like it, man.
Smooth. Like a Terry's chocolate.
We need to get one of our political people arrested. It'd be more fun then.
We just need to have them all quit.
Well, I don't think that would help either.
I think it would.
Because then other people would jump on.
Yeah.
I think you're getting loads of bits on my timeline.
The thing is, unfortunately, anyone who wants power shouldn't be allowed to have it. Ultimately, the people who are usually the best leaders are the ones who don't want it.
Yeah. There's a few like that. That's is that what people always say about Winston Churchill? Is he one of them?
I think he wanted it by the end.
By the end, yeah. Once you got a taste of it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who can blame you?
Yeah.
Once you got a taste of that
Theodore
power.
Roosevelt ended up becoming a politician through a bit of a weird angle. He didn't go straight for it. He did all the stuff we talked about. He did the ranching and shit.
The what?
He did all the ranching.
The ranch, yes.
Yeah.
And I know there was something about him
and
being told about Bigfoot or something. Not Bigfoot, but something.
Yeah. And there was definitely, but the most important thing was that he captured people and then took them like 300 miles to the nearest town to be like, yes, take these motherfuckers.
Was he like a sheriff kind of thing?
Yeah,
I remember now.
Yeah, he got those bitches.
He was a badass.
He stole his boat. I'm not going to let that fucking slide.
Wait, surely I'm guessing there is like a film on him. Has that not been a thing yet?
I mean, there must have been a movie. There must be a movie about Theodore.
Can you imagine? If not, then they've been missing a fucking a beat in that case.
Theodore.
Yeah, I was trying to remember there was another word they say, weren't there?
Teddy,
that was it.
Teddy Roosevelt. Movie.
Not a sex tape, please. Oh yeah, Night in the Museum. Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's definitely what we were talking about.
It doesn't look like it though. TV miniseries. Okay. But no,
no
wait, hold
real
on.
movie about it.
It was about.
Oh, Martin Scorsese. Oh, okay. Is this something that they're doing?
Oh, it looks like it might be a pre-production.
Oh shit!
Here we go. Leonardo DiCaprio though.
I mean, we were thinking along with Martin Scorsese, so that shows that great minds think alike.
That'll work.
Yeah.
I can imagine Thingy as who's about now.
I'm down for
DiCaprio.
that, yeah.
I can imagine that definitely.
There's so much to his life that's interesting as well.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. See, you know what that was? That was Martin Scorsese.
But that's going to have to be a long ass fucking movie if you're going to cover everything.
Oh, they always skip some shit out, don't they? They never keep it perfectly. Or it might just be a long ass movie.
It just might be. I mean, he has done some long ass movies. Recently.
Yeah.
He's done some like 3-4.5 hour movies.
Yeah, it probably will just be a long ass movie,
yeah,
actually.
It's a long ass movie.
You're going to go for another Oscar again, ain't he?
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
At least
man,
Martin
got one now.
Scorsese's still doing interesting shit. There's some people out there who are like older directors who are just doing the same old bollocks. Yeah. It's just.
What do you mean, like
same old bollocks or even weirder shit?
Well, like so someone's been like a gangster one, and still doing gangster ones. Yeah. I don't watch any of them, but I know there's a lot of them doing that. Mm-hmm. This is I like the idea of it.
Oh God, did you see Expendables 4?
What actually happened in that one?
Oh.
They all mold up fucking together, don't they?
Right, so spoilers for Expendables 4, although I really wish I didn't have to fucking say that, because fuck that fucking movie. It's pretty old as well, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Terrible fucking movie, right?
Not surprising.
At the start of the movie, they're doing a mission to try and find some nuclear bomb fuses, right?
Oh.
Right? And the nuclear bomb fuses are, of course, little glowing orbs, because Sylvester Stallone still has his prop makers from the fucking 80s, right? So anyway, they're trying to get these things, and the terrible CGI plane flying overhead that they keep cutting into like a terrible set inside with terrible fucking CGI outside, and then getting shots from the outside of just all terrible CGI.
It sounds about right for an Expendables film so far.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad, this CGI. It's god awful, right?
Right.
Anyway, shit goes wrong. The plane gets shot. Sylvester Stallone goes down. He's on fire. He's talking all the way down. He hits the fucking ground.
I thought meant literally on fire then.
Yeah, the whole plane's on fire.
The
whole plane's on fire. Yeah. He hits the ground. Boom. Sylvester Stallone is dead. Everyone's been watching him as he flies. He hits the ground. He's fucking dead, right? So then
get up.
No, he's just fucking dead, right?
Oh, okay.
So anyway, we move on, and Jason Statham is at his funeral and shit, and they're all having a sad time. But they don't want Jason Statham around anymore because he gave up on the mission and tried to save Sylvester Stallone instead. And they shouldn't have done that because the nukes got away. And fuck you, Jason Statham, you're out, right? So they go and set up their own mission to try and take out the fucking bad guys. They get there, and because Megan Fox is now their leader, everything goes fucking wrong and everyone gets taken out, right?
Well, it's not fucking surprising if you're gonna have Megan Fox as your leader.
Yeah. Exactly.
What the hell are you listening to her?
That's right. And they throw him all in the brig, right? So they're in the fucking prison and they can't get out. And Megan Fox is like, look, we got to solve this shit. We're good at this. We're the Expendables. Meanwhile, the guy with the cauliflower ears...
That's not a good title to have.
Yeah, no. Meanwhile, the cauliflower ears guy takes a piss, right? Anyway.
Oh, the UFC guy.
Yeah. Anyway, during all that time, Jason Statham has a complete adventure by himself where he starts trying to locate the guys, find out where they are, interview people, get information.
Oh, he's trying to get the nuke stuff.
Yeah, so he's trying to find these motherfuckers and join them on the mission, right? Anyway, he's put a tracker on
Jason
the
Statham
knife.
suffers from FOMO.
Yeah, and he's he's put a tracker on the knife that he's given to Megan Fox. So he's chasing down these guys, and it's basically just your standard Jason Statham movie with no one else in it. So the whole point of an Expendables movie, having multiple people in it and being a cast of multiple people,
this is most of the
just
film.
Fucking gone. Almost all of the movie is just Jason Statham.
That sounds better than most of them.
Kicking the shit out of people.
It doesn't sound bad. You want more believable people.
It is so bad. Because Jason Statham, not to be funny, is starting to show his age a little bit. And he doesn't look like he should be kicking all of these people's asses all the time.
That's a good point.
And there's certain moments where the directing and editing's a little bit off, and it looks a little bit staged and a little bit shit. And the CGI again not helping. Anyway, we get to
some CGI's got worse somehow.
40 or 50 minutes of non-movie happen with Jason Statham, right? And then finally he ends up on the ship, right? Finally he ends up on the fucking ship. And then he goes in and meets these other motherfuckers in the ship who've already broken out by the time he gets there. So Jason Statham, basically pointless.
Yeah.
So they all turn up on the ship and they start shooting their way out because they're badass expendables now, including Megan Fox.
Oh, God.
Because you got to remember Megan Fox is here, right?
I'm trying to forget, to be honest.
Yeah. And a guy doing a terrible Antonio Banderas impression because apparently he's his son, right? So
okay,
ignore that shit. Oh, and
cool.
50 cents there. Don't worry about it.
Because we know part of, if you pick up, you just copy your dad's accent. It's just what always happens.
Yeah, and 50 cents there, so don't worry about it. So it's all good, right?
Oh,
so don't worry
50 cents, cool.
So he's there. It's cool.
Well, he got shown 9 times.
I'm pretty sure he's there anyway, unless I'm thinking about a different movie. But I think he was in that movie. Anyway.
Sounds about right, to be honest.
Yeah. So we get to the end of the movie, and it turns out the guy who sent them on the mission to get the nukes is obviously the bad guy, right?
What? Okay.
So he's on the deck with all of his mates trying to get the nuclear bomb ready to blow up against the side of China or Russia, I can't remember which one, so that he can start World War III because then he'll get rich, right? But here's the thing, he's on a boat with a nuclear weapon that's going to go off in about 5 minutes. And he's like, you guys better get this thing to go off in 5 minutes or I'm going to start shooting you guys. And he shoots a motherfucker. And it's like, all these guys are now close enough to a nuclear weapon that no matter what they do, they're going to get a little bit of radiation, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you still staying here? You're not going to be rich if you're fucking dead. But he doesn't worry about this.
Maybe he's got some kind of pill he can take.
Maybe he does.
Anti-radiation.
Because he doesn't worry about this, because he is still on the deck 3 minutes to detonation.
Jesus Christ, okay.
3 minutes to detonation. No plan of escape. He stood there. All of his men get blown up by rockets whilst they're shooting at Jason Statham in the control thing of the ship.
Really bad henchman.
All of his henchmen get blown up by rockets from somewhere. He has no idea where.
Oh, I can guess.
He has no idea where, right? But he doesn't go, wow, all of my mates have just died from rockets. He then just goes, you know what, Jason Statham? I hold all the cards here. I'm going to kick your ass because I'm going to make money when this nuclear bomb goes off next to me.
So he did know where they came from. Jason
No, he doesn't, because it turns out,
Sylvester Stallone.
It's Sylvester Stallone in a helicopter. And this guy has just seen all of his mates die in explosions right in front of him, still thinks he's holding the cards, and continues to have a conversation next to a nuclear bomb that's about to go off because he hates Jason Statham so much. He hates him so much. I'm
just trying to figure out any viable reason why Sylvester Stallone faked his death then.
That's the best bit. They go, I knew that he was the bad guy, so I had to get him out of hiding. And the only way to get him out of hiding was to fake my death. And it's like, why was that the only reason to get him out of hiding? You've not explained that. You've just said the only way to do it was to fake my death. It's like, that doesn't...
there probably would have been other ways.
This whole film feels like a first draft edit. Like there's been no editing afterwards. No one's checked the script. No one's run it past anyone. It's just Sylvester Stallone going like, "Shit, that's so good. Check that shit. Look how good that is."
I mean, that probably is exactly how it happened, though.
And it is.
And we all know he's had a few hits to the head as well.
Even though at the start of the fucking movie we see this plane going down in flames, we see the entire shot from the fucking sky. We see it go, oh, bam. We're supposed to believe that Sylvester Stallone, who knocked out a guy at the start of the movie before any of this started in a bar, carried that unconscious guy for that long onto the plane, put him in a cupboard that no one checked, and then when his plane was going down, which he intended to happen because it's Sylvester Stallone, he took the guy out of there, dressed him in his stuff, gave him his pinky ring, fucking strapped him into the chair.
And the guy must have been jacked then, surely.
Strapped him into the chair, right? Jumped out with a parachute with the Expendables logo on it.
I thought they showed it then.
No one saw.
They showed it then. Fuck's sake.
Despite the fact everyone's looking up at this fucking plane.
Surely you could do that in like a house and just make it explode without doing a plane. Like that's not needed.
Do it this way. And fuck me, literally just before the plane hits the ground, the guy he knocked out in a bar for disrespecting him.
Oh, so he murdered him for that? Jesus.
Just before he hits the ground.
So disrespecting Sylvester Stallone is a reason to be killed.
And at the end of the movie, his burnt husk of a hand is a trophy in the middle of the bar that Sylvester Stallone pulls his ring off.
Does he know that's not how it works? Like you need to get that embalmed or something.
Oh my god, it is one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life. It is 40 minutes of absolute boredom, and on either side of it, it's just total ridiculous nonsense. It's fucking brilliant to watch, but it is so bad. So bad.
I think I can honestly say I never planned to watch that film.
Never watch it.
I think
I enjoyed it because I was able to deconstruct it. But if you're not willing to go through,
you just seem to enjoy explaining it. To be fair,
whatever you do, don't go and watching this movie thinking, "Oh, this is going to be a fun time." It's only fun in retrospect. The whole fucking movie is just
Jason Statham.
What the fuck? Why did they do that? Oh god, this is awful. Oh, that's worse. Oh shit, me. Why Megan Fox?
She's hard to look at. I give him that.
Yeah, but fuck it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like she's probably at that stage of her career now where she's going crazy. It always seems to happen.
I mean, she's got to get the money somewhere. You know, and if Sylvester Stallone's paying, he's paying.
Oh, he'll be paying her good money.
Yeah, he'll be paying all right.
Ray Liotta. No, that's not him.
Awful movie though.
I'm trying to remember who the UFC guy was in it because I know his name.
Oh, cauliflower ear guy.
Yeah. I know it.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's. I know it though.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. I won't, but it'll come to me at some point. I need to watch them. There's been no good films come out for so long, but I can think of that have actually like interested me at all.
Yeah.
Apart from like the odd horror, like I still need to watch that Smile film.
Oh, the original one was really fun. I saw that in the cinema with Matilda.
Yeah, I have heard it's quite good. Like one of the very good horror films.
Yeah.
And that's one of the few good genres at the moment.
Horror films are good because they're fairly low budget.
Yeah.
But high impact. And
honestly,
comedies would be able to do the same thing if it were for the fact, if fucking, you know, studios got out of the way of fucking decent comedies. Like, comedies cannot be like constantly rewritten and readjusted and stuff like that for different audiences. A comedy has to be what it is or it's not. Yeah. And studios at the moment can't do that. They don't have the capability to be able to do it because they need to control it. They need to have it work for every type of person and every type of audience. And comedy inherently won't. But
yeah.
But if you had a low budget comedy, you can make quite a bit of decent money off of it. And, you know, like The Hangover was fairly low budget. The only thing that was expensive was Mike fucking Tyson. You know?
Yeah, sorry, I just saw a bit about the pyramid that I'd missed out, apparently, that just popped up on my Google thing.
Ooh.
Apparently, it also showed some of the dried out waterways, which might have explained how they were able to move a lot of the blocks to the pyramid. So it answered some questions.
That's interesting.
Where then gave us a load more.
Yeah. Yeah. Way more questions.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying a second ago then?
I can't remember.
Oh, that was my bad then.
Yeah, anyway, I should probably start getting going because we're on like 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Yeah. We didn't have that much of a thingy today. I had it, but then when I was going through them, I was like, these weren't the ones I remember. So some of them, yeah.
We still had like a good 40, 45 minutes worth of content there.
Yeah.
We threw it quite quick, and then we ended up chatting ridiculous amounts of crap.
That's all it usually is anyway, just sometimes with more structure than other times. Yeah, exactly. That's all.
Exactly.
So we learned about a cool film coming up though.
We did.
Roosevelt, watch it in cinemas.
Yeah, when it comes out in the next 4 years.
And probably more at home than in cinemas, let's be fair. Cinemas are dying. And nightclubs too, apparently.
Yeah. Going out is not what people do anymore.
It's almost like that pandemic fucked people up for a while.
A little bit.
Anyway.
Till next time, that's been Squishy Logic for this week.
It has indeed.
We hope you've had a lovely time. We hope you've learned some interesting things about pyramids.
There's some very interesting shit about the pyramids. Have a look underneath them.
Yeah. Have a peek. Have a little...
God knows what they are, to be honest, but I'm so interested and I hope we find out more before we die.
Grab it by the pillars.
Yeah. And keep it squishy.
Until next time, be logical.
Yeah, you killed baby.